Alrighty. I guess we can go ahead and get started. Everybody's here, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, half of you are offline, assholes.
I'm always offline.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
am
I got
offline?
so many like random messages when I appeared online on Discord. It was terrifying.
Social situations are scary.
Yes.
How do you make it do that, anyways?
Oh, left click on the profile picture. So on desktop, on like the lower left corner, there's like your name, your Discord picture. Click on it, and then you can select idle, do not disturb, or invisible, and you can also put in your custom status, which I should change my status. Right now it says, it's never the last pandemic, scientists saying. That's a real saying that epidemiologists have.
Oh. Discord's scary. It's full of people you usually don't want to talk to. Hi, everybody.
I hope we aren't those people. Oh no.
Alrighty. So I don't know if you actually watched the video from last time, Mel, but
I did, well...
skip through it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that one, and not the previous one. Yes, so I watched it.
You don't have to. Just makes the recap a little easier.
Should now be showing up as potato cannon.
Alrighty, so not much actually happened from the last time you played Helio. Basically made it through 3 rooms of the dungeon.
I have a question though. What exactly are we doing in this dungeon? Like, what's the point? Why did we come here?
To clear it, basically.
Yeah,
But why?
We wanted
Are
to
we
make a
getting
lot of
paid
money.
bunch of
we're
money,
trying to
or,
make
like...
some money.
Like a lot of money.
I see.
I've been under. I'll be frank. I've been under. I think maybe the wrong impression of like what's going on in this campaign. I thought like we weren't staying in Tavon for like, or not Tavon, the city for a long time. But you mentioned the other day that like the whole campaign's gonna be in this city. So, I'm a little more invested in doing all these random side quests now.
Yeah, so all the main quests start in the city, and some of them end there as well. Just kind of depends on how you approach things. But we are centered around this city for the most part. Let me see my notes. I don't know where my notes are. That ends there. Let's chains off of that. A lot of your quests are going to take you. The main quests are going to take you away from the city, and you probably spend a lot of time away from the city. But all of like the main events and things like that usually happen in or around it, or string from the city. Just kind of really depends on how you do things and approach things. Let's see. But from last session, we basically moved ahead 3 rooms and got put through the ringer.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, we fought these fire giant dreadnaughts. These
The guys with 2 shields.
yeah, 2 giant back shields, and the bottom of it's like almost a shovel, which just scrapes things off the ground and pushes them forward. We managed to avoid the room with the bats. So you've been back here basically keeping an eye on them, make sure nothing we do wakes them up. What you're seeing
I
here...
was trying to help up the 2 living zombies, but they kept falling down.
Yep. So we did skip the room down below. One of Dorian's zombies kind of got shreked by one of the fire elementals down there. but they did not see anybody else, so they just went back to their position. This hallway is entirely coated in grease. Walking on it is difficult. Basically, this whole hallway is just a grease spell. But every time you fall down the ramp 10 feet. 10 feet. Should have been 15. I think I had 10 feet just to have mercy on you. But when we made up to the top of the ramp, the fire giant Dreadnaughts unleashed their trap, which was to push you back onto the ramp and push you back down. And basically reset and keep doing that. But thanks to Archimedes pushing everybody up at the same time, everybody got to get up onto the ledge. And their plan didn't get to work. Instead, they just drug you back and forth on the hallway, running back and forth. So you all actually got to fight it and kill them instead of being tossed around, which a few of you still got tossed around, but you got to kill them pretty fast before they got to just destroy your party. Now in this hallway, there's also a door that we do not go through. Which I'll just kind of mark on the map, I guess.
There's a door in that hallway?
Yes.
I completely forgot there was a door in that hallway. I was more focused on the guys trying to turn people into cheese.
Yeah. You wouldn't have noticed it just because of all that, but now that combat is broke, and all of you have ended combat in here, you all would have noticed the door if you hadn't before. And down the hallway, we were led along by the firebird. I forget actually what it's called. Oh, it's actually just called firebird. Okay. Let's see.
Wait, did 1 and 2 make it up?
Yeah, Mel basically handheld them up the ramp.
Nice.
Out of combat, you all could have done whatever you needed to do to get them up. Imagine if someone was kind enough to throw a rope down there. It could have helped them up. Or Archimedes to simply push them up with a gust of wind with Mel helping. However you all want to kind of decide on that. We are meeting back here with Dorian heading up the staircase. Mel just now catching up with Archimedes and the rest of the zombies as they are the last party to make it up the ramp. Dorian is kind of headed off in front of everybody. The last thing that was of note was Dorian discovering a locket that the firebird had given him. It had a picture of all of Zilk's children, the friendly little harpy, the happy harpy courier that we had help from last campaign. All of her children were in the amulet, along with the our Kakara that was seen with her. I think her name was Raza. That's part of her party. And in the amulet, it says, "My loving children," on the other side. Which I should probably make a handout to keep that straight.
Does anyone? So do all of us know this, or only Dorian?
Only Dorian so far. That's kind of where we're going to pick up here, as Mel and Archimedes catches up. Yeah. You're going backwards, Mel.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep.
no!
Oh, I see.
Not back down the ramp.
Do you
I
have
don't know
a
about
light
y'all,
spell,
but
Mel?
I could definitely use a nap.
I have the light cantrip.
Alright, that's 60 by 30.
I thought it was just 30. Let me check.
I ought to remember what that is by now. Oh, 20 by 20.
40 by 20.
Bright light. 20. 20. There you are. Quick question, Archimedes. I actually need to know this. Let's actually get rid of these off the board. You don't have dark vision, do you, Archimedes?
I do, actually.
Oh, you do. Never mind then. Forget what I said. I was wondering if emits light actually. I have to select that option with the new dynamic lighting options. We'll find. Well, it's a question for another day.
I think Mel's the only one who doesn't have dark vision.
I thought Sirloin didn't. Or maybe it's just me.
Oh, well, the tank doesn't need dark vision. They just need a light spell on their shield. They're gonna be the target anyway. I'm not sure if he does or not. So you all passed this.
Sirloin has the goggles of night.
Oh yeah. You all passed this creepy-looking statue.
I want to try and investigate it to make sure it really is just a statue and it's not going to start moving or anything.
Alrighty, go ahead.
I was actually going to do just the same. Although I don't think I need to. How's Bell's now?
Well, if you have... Oh, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. So, it is just a regular statue. It is actually kind of standing out in the middle of just kind of the hallway. With that investigation, you notice there's an engraving on the front of it. It is written in the Genasi, Earth Genasi language. Which, is it Primordial? Yeah, it's in Primordial. It's an Earth dialect of Primordial, but I'm not sure if you can read that or not, or if somebody can.
I cannot know. I
Oh.
look at Archimedes and point to it. Do you read?
Oh! Yeah, sure. Hold on. Archimedes is going to use his third eye, greater comprehension, which will allow me to read any language.
Okay, I didn't actually know you had that. That's really convenient.
Alright, so just
I
let
was
you...
just guessing.
You can read any language. Alrighty. Basically what it says is... 3 kings lie ahead of you. Select the correct one. I mean, put to rest the correct king.
It says, 3 kings are sleeping together. Lay down, select one.
Well, I mean, if they're happy together, should we really be bothering them?
A riddle!
I think this is a riddle, and I think what this means is one of us is going to have coitus with one of the kings, and only
Makes
the
sense.
correct king.
I select Archimedes for that. And
I select me too.
I want to
I don't
do
know
an
about all
insight check
y'all.
to see if I believe Archimedes.
There you go, there's a more written version of it.
So Archimedes, are you telling the truth or are you creatively embellishing?
You can contest it with a roll if you wish.
Archimedes doesn't really think that we have to sleep with one of the kings, so I am going to roll deception against it. Let's see.
Alright, there is such a difference in that, you know he's putting kind of a spin on it. He's trying to sound more old than what he is.
In your brain, Archimedes, you hear, what does it really say? You can reply to this message.
Aldous,
Archimedes
drink that
thinks-
potion. I was
It's going with
see if I can
Aldous?
Take a long rest.
We don't really have time to take a long rest in here. We can only be in here for an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
but we have Liamon's tiny
Right,
hut.
but we
The
have
temperature
Liamon's
inside
tiny hut.
is always perfectly comfortable.
Exactly.
I'm not sure we have that kind of time.
Aldous nods his head, looks at the amulet, and says, "We may have a problem too. When was the last time any of you saw Zilk?"
Who?
Zilk?
days
Isn't
ago.
that her name?
Zilk! And Mel says in Zilk's own voice and runs over. Why do you ask?
Aldous gestures towards Dorian and the locket.
Dorian hands Mel the locket.
So I know earlier one of you asked what Mel did with the stuffed animals that she got from Sirloin, but I can't remember which one of you it was. But Mel would say in whoever's voice that was, like, "Oh, what did you do with Sirloin stuffed animals?" But like, I don't remember who it was. And Mel points to the locket and the little baby harpies in it.
That's very sweet, but
You fed them to the little harpies? That's a little weird.
Where did you find this?
a bird gave it to me. It flew in that direction. Dorian tosses a thumb over his shoulder.
We must
Aldous wants
follow.
to peek around the corner.
Wait, is this the big bird or the little bird?
I yell over my shoulder, "It's the little bird, and it's here with me." I wave at the bird.
It is cleaning itself, picking away feathers and things of the sort. Is grooming.
I gesture to everybody just to come in. Doesn't seem like anything's going on in here that we need to be worried about.
Yes. As you enter this room, these statues are just there for prosperity's sake. These are actually little alcoves in the wall. They are kind of jutting out a bit. That is 3 of the same picture, with Genasi writing on the front of each one of them. On the wall, scrawled above the alcoves, is actually written in common. It seems someone has wrote something on top of here. To push in the indentions of the statues. Proceed.
3 kings! Mel says in Archimedes' voice, and she gestures to the 3 statues.
Alright. I've got this. Alright, let's read about that middle one first.
Alrighty. I do have to pull my notes up for this one.
Wow, dynamic lighting got broken.
I'm sorry.
Mel's gonna walk over to the bird.
Maybe
What's
I just need to
wrong
refresh
with-
my page. I don't know, every once in a while I just lose sight and then I have to move my token to get it back.
Are you moving multiple things at once?
No, I'm just moving Aldous around.
Huh.
Well, Archie, what did that statue say back there again?
You have to choose the correct king. Now, initially, I thought it meant, having to have sex with the correct king. But now that I'm reading this secret in common, right above the statue, I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, it's not that.
Yeah, I think you may be wrong there, my short friend.
Alrighty. Here we go. So each of the 3 statues, the alcove is shaped like a coffin, So when you push them in, you're basically putting them into the coffin. Now the ridges and everything else doesn't allow you to grab onto anything other than just push. token is a little deceptive. They're just there to kind of present what it is.
Can you repeat to me again what it said, Archie?
It said that there are 3 kings, and we have to choose the correct one. I mean, I feel like that should be pretty obvious.
I mean, was there anything else that might help us choose the correct one?
I don't actually remember, both in real life and in the game.
Aldous is going to roll a investigation check to the end of examining all of these in here. Or actually a perception check. I'm going to examine all of them in here. And then I'm going to go back to the statue in the other room and do the same thing and see if like one of them in here looks the exact same as the other one in there.
They all look identical.
Oh,
This
there's
seem-
no differences?
This seems like. Give me a perception.
Yeah, there's no perception.
This
So 17.
seems like the statues here. You've seen things kind of similar to this back in the World Chasm. This is how a lot of the Earth Genasi depict their dead, and this looks very old and archaic to what they do now, as their techniques have refined. But each of these represent a dead person, and in the front and on the statue is labeled their name, which Archimedes read the middle one, which says that.
Well, we do have a necromancer
Alright.
with us.
Well, these are just statues, right? Not...
Yeah, they're just statues kind of honoring the dead.
Oh, I thought you said that's how they buried their dead, was in statues.
No.
That would have been hilarious.
Wait, what are these creatures? Are they just goblins?
No, they're just little tokens. They're actually statues set into alcoves.
No, like what kind of creatures?
The statue.
Statue. Okay.
I can get you a
Okay,
better look at it, but what you see is kind of what you can kind of.
Can I read the name in front of me, or Archie? Do you need to?
If you know Primordial,
Archie,
you can.
I do not know that. Archie, can you read this over here real quick? And
Hold
then tell
on,
me what
hold
it says
on.
In front of Mel.
I've one at a time. All right, let's see. The middle one says Aaron Earspring.
Well, that's a good start. The Gear Springs are in charge of the city currently.
All right. Ow, the right one.
Alrighty. Right.
Oh nope.
The
never
right
mind.
one says Sprocket Goldspring. All right, now let me just make my way over to the left statue.
Okay.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
Yeah. All
Pardon
right.
me.
Oh, what?
Good. All right, the left statue.
I should just copy paste this, honestly.
Shall I summon Tiny Hut? Mel asks
Oh.
Sirloin.
That would be
Akram,
really
is
nice.
that the right statue or the left statue that's named Gold Gear Spring?
Oh, the left. The one you're in front of.
We
Gotcha.
are. I mean, I healed myself to half, so I'm feeling pretty good.
I mean,
All right.
I'm looking at that alarming little health bar that Dorian
Yes.
has.
But we can't heal Dorian. We have like no way to do that.
I mean,
That's why we need to take a short break.
Yeah. As you read that one, the bird sits atop this little alcove. Well, not in the alcove. You can't. There's not really any kind of surface you can sit on, but it just kind of sits there in the corner in front of it.
All right. So, I think one of these king statues is an actual king, and the rest aren't kings. And we have to pick a correct one. Hold on, let me just move back to the middle. Ah, perfection. So which of these
Well,
are the
Archie,
correct king?
I'm a little worried. We're all not doing well, gesturing around at the party. The
What?
deeper we
Oh,
go,
I'm fine.
yeah, I
Thank
know.
you for asking, though. It was a very tough fight. Good thing
But-
you had me around to carry you on my back.
How truly fortunate. I think it
Um,
might be a good idea to rest and then perhaps act. My vote
No.
would be for the left one.
Mel begins to perform a ritual. It will take 11 minutes.
I'm concerned, just really quick. I'm just concerned because even if we stay inside this thing, we have this locket that Zeal probably would not have just left around, laying around. She may be in danger.
But if she's in danger, and we go charging in completely unprepared for that danger,
Then we all die too.
Aldous nods his head. You are right. Aldous looks over at the tiny phoenix and shrugs his arms.
It is flapping and trying to get your attention. It's trying to guide you to press this one in.
Well, I walk over to it and look at it and say, I don't say anything. I shake my head at it, point at Mellifluous, and then make a sleeping gesture.
Feels a little offended. It has understood everything you have said to it so far.
Oh, does it understand my speech? I've been I've been signing at it a lot. I thought so.
Yeah, it's a little annoyed.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I didn't
I
mean
bet you
to
it thinks-
offend you. But if you look at my friend and I point over my shoulder at Sirloin, we can't keep going.
We're gonna die if we continue.
It kind of
Everything likes to punch me.
it turns around and it kind of puts its peacock-like tail feathers and kind of hides itself. It's done talking with you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just go walk back and shoot the shit with number 2 over here.
Number 2 goes, "No."
And I go back and say, ugh.
How dare he say that about my cousin?
Number 2 gets into an animated conversation of moans and grunts.
I will be as animated back with it.
Dorian will approach the bird and say, "Pardon me, dear bird," and he'll tap his cane on the ground. "But how important is it that we follow immediately? As you can see, my party and I are not in the best of shape."
Kind of turns and acknowledges you as you have shown it respect. Just kind of it sits down and looks like it's nesting into place. It is prepared to wait.
Well, that settles it. How's that ritual coming along, Mel?
Oh, it's going, Mel says, slowly casting the ritual. Or casting the ritual at normal speed, because you cannot rush such things.
Well, you can, but it takes a 3rd level spell slot.
Yes, I wasn't gonna use that, so that's why I say, oh, you can't touch such things. But yeah, yeah, yeah. When it's done, we'll have a tiny hut that Mel has positioned so that it will be covering the entrance, basically, so that anything coming up the stairs won't be able to actually get into the room because it'll be stopped by the tiny hut. And inside, it'll be a nice cool temperature.
Alrighty.
And it'll be a neutral shade of blue.
Layman's Tiny Hut. It does. Alrighty. So this will offer you some respite from the intensive heat that you all have been experiencing this entire time, which those of you wearing heavier armor or medium armor probably isn't having the greatest of time in this place. As you wearing clothing
I
or
seriously need to install some air vents in this thing.
I'm literally just bones.
yeah. The many images of bones being charred and turned to ash, kind of, you feel like that might happen to you here. But that being said, the Layman's Tiny Hut does give you respite from the environment, which will reset your timer from the hour. And you'll get to have a long rest without anything interfering.
Are we doing a long rest or a short rest?
I like that. The first idea, the long one.
I was
I
gonna
know
say short-
I know Sirloin's low on spells too.
I mean, I'd be okay with either, but I'd really prefer a short rest because the tiny hut lasts. So the tiny hut lasts. Well, okay, no, it lasts 8 hours. So I guess we don't need to worry about it running out. But basically, like I'm doing fine, but I know you guys aren't because I was helping the zombies up while you guys were battling the guys with 2 shields.
I do not mind either way.
I would
You are in the
probably.
middle of a dungeon, so
Yeah.
you want to do a long rest? We'll just have to kind of see what happens.
I would probably advocate for a short rest, just given Zilk's locket. But it's up to you guys.
I would
I'm
advocate.
not opposed to a long rest.
I mean, I've got most of my spell slots, Sirloin, and I know that we both have some healing if that's what you're worried about.
I mean, I level my hit dice, so
I also have something I've literally never used, despite having from a very early level, that will help us heal when we take a short rest.
Ooh, extra D. Well, actually, it's like your. Does it stay at a D6 or does it go to whatever
Right
your
now,
bardic
yeah.
inspiration die is?
Right now it would be a D8.
No, whatever. I all I know is Laya is at 1 health and Sirloin is at 20.
and I'm at 6.
I have 76.
Wow, you're so healthy. That's more that's more hit points than I have. But yeah, I am. I'd personally prefer a short rest, but if anyone really wants a long rest, I'm not super opposed to it. But I'm thinking short rest. It seems like most of us, except for Sirloin, are thinking short rest. Is that right?
That's fine. I'm just gonna start rolling hit dice.
Right. All of you, or Mel will play a nice soothing song that reminds you of snowstorms. I mean, just now I heard a song from Skyrim, so it's probably that song. Which, when you hear it, it reminds you of an adventure tale set in the north where there's lots of snow and mountains. And it's so cool and refreshing. You feel so much better.
And we roll a d8.
Yep, 1d8.
Do Dorian zombies also roll? Or do they just kind of crumble, to pieces because it's been too long?
No, these particular zombies last 24 hours.
Ooh. So impressive. Are they engaging in conversation?
Who cares? They are just drones.
Well, aren't you worried that they might start developing free will?
Have you seen them? They completely lack brains. Two starts picking his nose.
Well, I mean, I suppose, but don't you also lack brains?
Dorian holds a hand to his chest. You watch your mouth, young man.
All of Sirloin's hit
Young
dice,
man.
and he's still not at maximum health.
Oh, that's so many.
The audio on this playlist is so up and down.
And I wanted to check something real fast. Yeah. So before resting, I would like to use my last spell slot to cast this. On myself. So Dorian's bones will kind of crackle with black energy. Kind of a shadowy mist is now hovering around him. Kind of like just a haze.
What are we doing? Negative energy flood.
Yeah. So I now have 47 temporary hit points.
You kill when you're zombies for it? Oh no.
No. That would be fucking sick, though, if you want to develop a spell like that. Maybe as a next level Mystic Arcanum? I can eat zombies for their energy.
That'd be interesting.
Who are you casting that at?
Myself,
Ah,
because I'm undead.
that's hacks.
It is hacks. I mean, it sucks not being able to heal normally, but this is a nice
Nice little.
buffer.
So how's it giving you temporary hit points?
The temporary hit points last until long rest or,
Negative
they're
energy
limited.
flood? It just deals damage, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you cast it on an undead, then the undead doesn't make a saving throw. They just roll 5d12 and gain half the total as temporary hit points.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I found this spell, and I was like, holy shit. It's perfect for Dorian.
That probably gives you more health than Sirloin has.
I mean, it only gives him like, 20, 23, 24?
I
good.
mean, it depends on how much you roll, right? So I got 47 on this roll, But it costs one of my 3 spell slots, so
Yeah, but you get it
difficult-
back on a
the
short
actual
rest.
uses of it become limited. True.
You only gain
It's
half.
perfect for situations just like this.
Yeah, it's nice. You only gain half of it as temporary hit points, though, right?
How much health do we earn when on a short rest?
However many hit dice you roll,
Oh yeah, you're right.
and also 1d8 because of my Song of Rest.
Yes, I forgot about the 1d8. The 1d8 makes Sirloin at full health. Wyatt is still not at full health with all of her hit dice used.
Close enough.
How many hit dice? Like,
You can roll as many hit dice as you have.
Yeah, that was all 12 hit dice for both characters.
I believe recovering the hit dice is a different matter. Like, if they only recover like half on a long rest, or
Yes.
some kind of nonsense like
Something
that.
like that.
Okay, so I've got a question. You recover half in a long rest, but then on the next long rest, do you recover half of the remaining, and then it becomes this paradox where like you're always halfway away from the end.
No.
You don't cover half of half. It's half of your max.
Okay.
do we get any spell slots back or no?
Depends on your
Get 'em
class.
back on a short rest.
Yeah, Dorian does. I do not. Sirloin doesn't. I don't believe Archimedes does, but I don't know that much about wizards. I do not
Archimedes
know
can
anything
get
about rangers.
Archimedes
some of them
have
back.
a thing in their class that lets them do something with spells, but as far as I know, the only thing people that get resources back is, as far as spells, is
Yeah, it's a
it's
long rest for me
warlocks
too.
and sorcerers get some of their meta magic back, I believe.
Sorcerers get yes, sorcerers get some of that. Wizards have their arcane recovery, and land druids also have an arcane recovery.
Yeah. I
Rangers
get back.
are foes.
I get back spell slots equal to half my level with after a short rest with arcane recovery, which I think I can only use once per long rest.
Yep.
But
You
it
do
does
use once.
mean
Short
that
rest, not long
I
rest.
now have full spell slots because I've cast jack shit the last since we began.
Yeah.
It helped that you kind of missed that combat.
You sacrificed yourself and pushed everyone else up into the combat.
Oh, I'll have you know that my hand killed one of those guys.
Oh yeah, no, you killed both of them, I believe.
Sadly, one of them, someone kill stole from me. I know, it happens.
Yeah, no, it was Lyle, wasn't it? I
Yeah,
can't remember. Someone got
I was
the final
about
blow
to,
on it.
but she got there first. That sneaky Linus.
Alrighty. So you do manage to get your short rest in. Are you trying for a long rest?
I guess
I do not
No.
know.
Alright. During this time, the firebird sits on top of your dome, and Bruce on top of it. So you're just trying for the short rest then?
Yep.
so. Bird, what is your name, so that we don't have to just call you Firebird? Can we call you like Jose or something like that?
It is napping. It does not respond to you.
Okay.
Don't wake the bird, Aldous. Got to keep your voice down.
So after an hour, do you dispel the Lehman's tiny hut?
All she's got to do is walk out of it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
As soon as I walk out, it will disappear, and the bird, if it's still roosting, will begin to fall.
Sirloin will make sure it does not fall.
It'll
Pretty sure
fine.
Sirloin
All
can
of
reach
you-
to the top of a tiny hut.
Sirloin, can you go kick in that statue now?
Oh, yeah, push the left statue.
Yeah.
It's gold gear spring.
He's gonna offer
I'm-
like his shoulder for the bird to perch on. Actually,
It will fall a few feet and kind of catch itself and fly. If you are the nearest thing to it when it starts to fall, it will fly to you. It'll kind of look around like what just happened. But since you caught it, it likes you a bit. Near the end of your long rest, as you take a few steps towards this statue, you hear a massive explosion coming from the hallway behind you.
That's usually a good sign.
Yeah. You see a wall of fire start to creep up the staircase. It doesn't fully reach your room, but
Somebody smoked cigarettes in the grease.
yep, that room is. Yep. If you wish to go investigate, you can, but a large explosion occurred down the hallway behind you. Actually, in fact, the little space here, the stairway, the gap between the stairways, it actually collapsed, and you see fire shooting up from below.
Well, so much for investigating that door.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's time we move.
Yeah, how would you push that in now? Let's get out of here.
Are you sure
I
we have
really
to
hope-
push it?
Alrighty.
Yeah, push it.
Go!
Push it to the limit.
Go!
Alrighty. When you push it in,
It's really heavy.
Mel will also try and push, which does absolutely nothing because she has skinny little bird arms.
as you push in, you see the other statues start to push in a little bit as well.
Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
I look at the firebird. What do you think? I ask it.
It just looks like this is something that's like it's supposed to happen. And behind you, a little door starts to shut. That's not doing the... Damn it. Whatever. As you push in, you can basically see or hear devices triggering everywhere around you. The door behind you slowly starts to shut as you push more in, and all the other statues start to push in as well.
I did it.
Alrighty. And you push in all the way.
Are you sure?
No.
Why is this not working?
If something goes wrong, I blame Dorian.
If something goes wrong, it's clearly your fault.
You guys made me do it.
Alright. And when that's pushed in, all the statues are fully appreciated into their little area. The alcove falls inwards and reveals this door. This little hallway.
Oh, thank goodness. Alright, everyone through the hallway. God, it's so hot.
Yeah. It's the
We just assume Lie is somewhere near Sirloin, and then I don't have to move both tokens the whole time.
Oh, Sirloin, can you take charge? Yes, good.
I'm good at this.
Firebird flies in ahead of y'all. And it...
I'm gonna call it Jose. Jose, don't leave us.
And at the
We
end
love
of
you,
the...
Jose.
Alright.
What is this thing laying on the ground? Aldous gets near it and looks at it.
Looks like a dead one of the guys we fought earlier.
Yeah, it is a corpse. It is a corpse of an adventurer. There is charred remains. There's actually a few skeletons here, but they're burned beyond belief. You've come across a few skeletons here and there, but they're just what remains of their ashes.
Archimedes, investigate. Go now.
But this is the corpse of an adventurer that had wings.
Spontaneous combustion.
Oh no.
And behind you, you see a elementium. An elemental. Just charred plates on the ground. It seems to have eventually burned up all the oxygen in this area and just kind of snuffed itself out.
You don't.
Alright. Archimedes is going to investigate the corpse that's on the floor.
Alrighty. It is. You see a few. You see signs of a struggle. You see some old scimitars it was using. It was fighting against this elemental. It escaped into this room away from it. You can see a few slash marks on the wall beside you. This is the corpse of a winged individual. It actually looks like a medium-sized creature, a winged medium-sized creature. The body is burned beyond all belief, as is the nature of this dungeon. Burn it until it's ash. But it seems to have fought against its pursuer. Let's see. Fought against its pursuer, so it did not get burned away to ash. Its gear is badly damaged. You could probably rummage through it if you want to.
Hold on, you said this was a winged medium-sized creature?
Yes.
And the locket the Dorian had of what's her name?
Zilk.
Zilk.
Silk.
Nell is gonna rummage through the stuff, basically looking for anything that she recognizes. Or like how old it might look, has this body been here for hundreds of years, or like a couple days?
You cannot honestly tell. It is. So it is burned beyond belief.
Would it be possible to get this corpse outside of this dungeon? Dorian, can't you have your zombies carry it?
You want my zombies to act as menial labor?
I
Well,
want
aren't
your
they?
zombies to carry corpses. Honestly, I think it's quite fitting.
1, 2. It's your time to shine. Yeah, they'll carry the corpse out.
I feel like we owe it to Zilk. Assuming this isn't her. I don't think it's her.
Just give me an intelligence check, just to kind of see what. Not a save, a check, but I mean, the roll is still.
Oh, right. Sorry. Darn.
I would just like to note this chicken was well overcooked.
Yeah, it is almost. I mean, it is pretty much bone at this point, other than the skin that was kind of melted, connecting the few bits and pieces there and there.
I want to talk to the manager. Whoever cooked this cooked it way too long.
So you're
Please
not
don't.
sure.
Please don't say that when Zilk's around.
Why, you think she'd have an issue with that?
Well, something that belonged to her is in this dungeon. I think if this is someone related to her, she would have quite the problem with you telling her that they got cooked.
I look at the bird. Jose! I say in Sirloin's voice. Where did you get the locket? And I point to the body on the ground. Was it here?
It nods.
It might be Zilk.
It might be one of her kids.
This looks much larger than Silk.
Is there like any meat remaining? I mean, come on, we gotta look for some fried chicken here.
Dorian, why don't you give me an intelligence check now?
Because Zilk is small, right?
Actually, you just figured it out. Harpies are small-sized creature. This is the body of a medium-sized creature.
Oh, well, that's good. Then
Yeah,
why
she
the hell
just-
would you add a fucking locket by her?
Wait a minute. Does the body
What
look
was
like it
the
could be an
name of that?
Aarakocra? The one in the medallion as well?
Right. What was that other one's name again?
The big one?
Yeah, her name was something like Jordan. That was it.
Ah, yeah,
No,
Jordan.
no, that's not right.
What? No.
Yeah, she had a thing for almonds.
Felipe.
Yeah, she had that thing going on with Cinder. That's right.
No,
Felipe and
you're
Cinder.
thinking. You were thinking of the other one. No, that's not it. Aaron.
Aaron. Aldous is just nodding his head. Yeah, that sounds about right. But still begs the question why she would have a locket that was intended for Zilk's children.
She's a thief.
Ah, that's fair. That could be it. Well, no matter. I guess we just need to push on through. And I point down these stairs. Up these stairs? I don't know if they're going down or up.
It is down.
Down these stairs. Is that a door?
Yeah, there is at the edge of the door. There's a lever. This seems to be the back of a secret door.
That's usually a good sign when there's a random lever lying around, right?
I suppose. Why don't you pull it, Sirloin?
That sounds like a disaster.
Maybe you should check to see if it's spooky trapped or something, Aldous. I don't know how these things work.
Or I would rather Laya do that. Can we technically use her since she's here or no?
Sure, why not?
What are we doing? Investigation?
I mean, don't rogues just have like trap sense or whatever?
No.
No.
They have thieves' tools, which allows. I don't know how it works. I think check for traps is a specific check. Let me.
She mentioned she's probably better at. She could probably get rid of it, but finding it, she's not that great at actually finding them. They have to kind of be pointed out to her.
If you're just looking for traps or things like that, I would say either a perception or an investigation.
$15. I'll inspect the lever. This seems fine to me.
Yeah. The lever seems just fine.
But if it's all the same to you, Sirloin, I'm going to get ready to shoot whatever might be on the other side of that door when you open it. And I'll position myself like a little bit up the stairs so I can see into the room and knock an arrow ready to fire at the first thing I see that seems like I need to shoot at it.
All right. Click.
Hopefully being able to shoot over your head. I'm hoping I can at least.
Do we hear redstone TNT go off?
So you pull the lever, you hear a click. The door in front of you starts to lower, but so does the little plate on all of the stairs. So everyone that is sitting on the stairs currently, which is 4 of you, make a dex save.
Oh no, do they turn into a slide?
Mel's not on the stairs, but Archimedes, Laya, Aldous, and Sirloin will have to do this.
I'd like to use my lucky roll to do another deck save.
I just got a nat 20. I want to like roll, like slide down this like.
Does a 13 help?
I'm basing everything off of a 15, so far in this dungeon, so no.
Aldous has a 31, and Laia has a 26, and Sirloin also has a 26.
I'm gonna do that move from Return of the King where fucking Legolas like slides down the elephant's trunk and I'm shooting at whatever's down here.
No. So a little place opens up on each of the stairs, and you hear a small hissing before fire juts out of it. So basically the stairs open up to grates and fire is let loose. All of you are burned and set afire. Sirloin, everyone except for Archimedes managed to notice it to kind of guard against it. So you all will take half damage.
Sirloin and Laia take none. Hooray for rogues and hooray for Shieldmaster.
Alrighty. So it is 9 damage. For those of you who saved, it is 4. Unless you have extra perks or whatever.
Aldous like pops up and like does the splits on the wall.
Yeah.
Up in the air.
Aldous, you take 4, Archimedes takes 9, and Laia and Sirloin, thanks to your shenanigans, you take nothing.
I'm just envisaging. You mentioned the like surfing down the elephant. Sirloin's doing the same thing, but he's doing it on a shield. So he's doing the link from the new one on the Switch.
And as the door slowly opens, fire is let into the room up front of you, and it alerts all of the bats that are in this room hanging out. So we will do initiative here.
Oh.
Am I able to use that prepared action or not?
What was you preparing?
I said I wanted to shoot at the first thing I see when the door opens.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get everybody's initiative rolls, and then we'll let you do an attack.
Wow, +7 on initiative, and she got a 10. Oh well.
Alright, that is everybody.
This is where we need a druid just to talk to the bats and say that we're their friends.
Oh, that really takes me back to when we used to have a druid.
Yeah, I remember having a druid once in this party. Wonder what happened to him.
Oh no, before that there was a different druid. I forgot that we had that other druid.
Wow, now I'm feeling unloved. Poor Iris, completely forgotten about.
You know, I remember Iris. I just don't remember what anyone's class is at this point.
Alright, and that's alrighty, if that is everybody.
It's okay, bats. I am Batman.
It will fly down. These are all about 20 feet into the sky, by the way. Except for the giant bats, which will only be 10 feet. What you're seeing here is kind of a staircase into this pit of bones. This room has bats hanging from the ceiling, which Thanks to the fire from the staircase, it is fully awakened and alerted them. And they seem ready to fight back. Let's see. These bats seem a bit odd. They seem to have a slight bit of fire to them, as the hair on them is kind of similar to the green fire you recognize from King Maki, or Big Boss Maki. And it's they're all slightly wreathed in fire. It will. One of the bats will fly down and try to attack Sirloin.
And it'll get an arrow right in the chest.
Oh, yeah. So you can go ahead and do your attack since it did fly down into range, or within your line of sight.
I hope a 23 hits. If not, I'm running.
It does. 9 piercing. Alrighty. It misses you, and does it have? It does not have flyby. This one will just fly over to here, and yes, that's what it shall do. Actually, fly to right here. Mel, it is your go. There seems to be a swarm of bats trying to attack Sirloin at the other gate.
Is there still fire on the stairs?
No, it did. Once it was released, all the compression, it's still a little bit of fire underneath the stairs, but once it was released, it lost all of its kind of pressure.
It lost its new source of oxygen, so it doesn't have the big heat.
They're getting quieter.
Oh man, how risky do I want to be? I'm too much of a wimp. I'll step forward a little bit. I'll cast Hypnotic Pattern, which should take up like I'll cast it centered on this point, and it's a 30-foot to each side cube. Oh wait, I just realized. Does this also apply to teammates?
Should.
Uh-huh. That's all right. Sirloin's gonna save. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Man, this really reminds me of the time I cast Fairy Fire on a room of my allies, not realizing that it would also affect them. Oh well, too late now. Yeah. Oh no, it's not. It's not like it's 30 feet to a side. It's not a radius of 30 feet.
Yeah, well, that room's
okay.
only 20 feet across, so it's definitely hitting Sirloin no matter where you put it.
Yeah, so it would hit Sirloin and Aldous, but that's it.
Where's Aldous?
Isn't to the left of me?
He's under you, so.
Oh, on my screen, I am in my own square.
Nope. You were on top of him.
Well, maybe if we swap places, it'll be better.
That has been glitching a lot, I've noticed. It doesn't seem to update the positions of tokens as well as it used to.
Man, that's a really essential feature. I don't
It kind
like
of is. I mean, it really kind of is. That's the whole point of using this thing.
Alright, is that better?
Wait. I noticed it in my Monday game. I was like, why are you guys standing on top of each other? We're not. Yeah, you are.
Well, anyway, wisdom save. The DC is 17.
Alright, so 30 feet. I will actually hit you too, Mel.
Oh, I didn't realize that this was also applied to yourself. That's so dumb.
Sirloin's fine.
Oh
Mel's-
no, I failed against my own spell!
Oh no, you're charmed by yourself.
Failure of a bard!
You have a speed of 0.
It's a concentration spell. Does that mean that it just goes on, or is that like it auto ends?
Because I'm
He hasn't
enthralled
taken
by the
damage.
So, you know how you're always collecting pebbles? You made a really shiny pebble, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's
spell.
amazing.
Okay, I guess I was sort of under the impression that, like, spells... Man, I guess nothing about it says that it doesn't affect you, but that's weird. I guess I hadn't thought it would.
I mean, you can reposition yourself before you cast the spell if you wish.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stand in the same square as Aldous. If that's okay. I mean, we're both medium-sized creatures.
No. You have to be basically 2 sizes smaller than a creature to exist in the same square as it.
Oh.
You can move through each other, you just can't stop there.
You know what? I'll stay right back where I was, so I would not have moved at all. Then I cast the spell, because I can see into the room. And then I'll move forward. Strategy.
And see, I told you Sirloin would save.
No, incapacitate doesn't say, Oh, whatever. Alrighty, let's see. You must make a wisdom save against your,
Yeah, my spell save is 17. So they have to beat a 17, and that's my turn.
One, two. Oh, there's another swarm there. Alright, they all fell, and they... see what happens here. Alright, so they all fall. All of the swarm of bats fall in enough feet where they actually take fall damage. That one saved. So, and they take damage, which wakes them up.
Oh no!
Well, they breaks them out of your effect, basically, when they take damage. It's 1d6 for every 10 feet they fall.
Something like that, yeah.
Environment falling. Do every 10 feet it fell, so they all take another d6. That one was already low to the ground, so it is actually incapacitated on the ground, the one right in front of you, Sirloin, as it kind of slumps down to the ground, but all the rest of them fall to the ground as well.
Alright, so...
I love how... Yeah.
So the big one was... or the 2 big ones were on the ground, and all the little ones woke up. Is that right?
The big one in front of you is... everyone except for one of the big bats is on the ground.
Got it. Alright. But only the big bat that had attacked first is incapacitated.
Yep. And it is now your go, Archimedes. For a roll that meant to just incapacitate them, you actually did quite a bit of damage to every enemy in the room.
I honestly did not expect this to go down like that.
Plus, they are all now prone right in front of Sirloin.
Alrighty. Archimedes.
I love how, like, they're supposed to be charmed, but instead they take full damage, so they feel betrayed enough to go back into hostile.
Oh, unexpected consequences.
Alright, let's see. Ooh. Alright. So can I, like, cast through people if I have, like, a projectile spell?
Yes. You basically just... how you want to flavor that, how you do so. You basically say you're firing a spell and everybody gets out of the way.
Curveball.
Yeah. Though if you critically miss, the big fear of firing through enemies is you're probably gonna allies. You're probably gonna hit when you're allies.
It's fine.
It wouldn't be the first time I've friendly fired.
I've pretty much done away with the critical fails and fumbles, but that one's just kind of common sense.
Like, within reason, Like, if you critical fail in this delicious zone, then I mean, what do you do? Let's see, da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah, that looks good.
Oh, I guess that was
Um,
the music bot that left us.
Yeah, I think that this problem I had with it before was that the things I was playing were so inconsistent in volumes that some of them were just really low, and then like some tracks were really high, then low. It just made it really inconsistent. So I'm just gonna go back to Roll20. By the way, I'm starting with the track in Roll20.
I hope it's not like uber loud because I'm wearing headphones. Like, oh no. But anyways, I think we all knew that this was coming. Archie is going to cast Fireball, to right here.
Alrighty.
Oh, the big one's awake.
And because of the effects of this dungeon, they do overcome a layer of fire, which, though they have fire attacks and rated fire, they're not actually resistant to fire. So your fireball actually, they're vulnerable to fire because of the rules of that I put in there. So, double damage, that just kills everything in there. What's the range of fireball?
Oh, it's like super long. Let me just double check. 150 feet.
I meant like the explosion radius. So 20.
Oh,
so
20 feet.
Yeah, so that hits everything in the room. And because these things aren't resistant to fire, they just have normal resistance against it. The intensive elements thing I handed out a link before, they're actually vulnerable to fire, so they all die.
Well, that was easy.
Well, what about the dexterity save?
It does not matter.
Okay.
They do.
Sirloin raising his sword, and then everything just explodes in fire and dies. And we're all just suddenly looking around like, wait, it's done.
Yeah, so half of double damage, which is basically just normal damage to them all. Even if they save, they don't have the maximum hit points above 20. So, you killed them. You killed them dead. Actually, ash.
Sirloin is gonna pluck the fangs out of the big ones.
They are ash.
Oh, never mind.
He hit them for twice their health point value. They are gone.
Well, I was gonna make a nice necklace for Mel, but I guess I won't do that anymore.
I tell you what. Next group of bats we come across, I'll let you pluck them. But, be nice about it.
Alright. You are out of combat. Survived a minor trap and managed to clear a room full of nuisances.
And is this all just bones at the ground?
Well, they were bones. Most of it's ash now, thanks to Archimedes.
Wow. That's so many.
Yep, this seems to be a feeding pit.
Oh.
So,
Suppose the bats brought everyone here.
are these all like unlit pillars or something?
No, those are just columns that span to the ceiling.
Well, they were unlit,
All right,
and then
well-
Archimedes.
Aldous is gonna look.
Yeah, there are parts of this room that are now on fire. Your fireball was more explosive than you intended it to be.
Well, meanwhile, Dorian zombies are going to try and pick up this corpse.
Aldous is gonna just sweep the room quickly and see if there's any leftover adventurer treasure in here.
No.
Well, alright. This was a bust, everybody.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, Archie, I walk over to Archie and like squat down. That was really great, Archie. I really appreciate what you did here. And then I stand back up and walk over to the door.
Oh, you're leaving again? Okay.
I look over my
it was
shoulder.
Nice to be complimented.
I look over my shoulder and I say, "Anytime, Archie."
There's only one door out of this room.
Yes.
I'm going right up to the door out of the room because I'm convinced there's nothing useful here.
I don't suppose we can look up to see if there's like more to it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
What?
Oh, I just saw a
half the room-
hovering
half the
explosion
room lit on
texture.
fire.
How? No, that's not right.
But I will pretend like I didn't see it and do exactly what I was planning on doing anyway, which is looking for a way to open this door in front of me.
You can see this hovering. Can you
I
see
can
it
see
now?
what, hovering?
No, okay. I was getting ready to say that was gonna actually make me mad if that was the case. Only update on drop, basically. I was actually hovering something over your room to see if it was the size, but alright, whatever. If you open up the door, you just go right on ahead and open up the door.
Yeah, I'm like already on my way out.
Well,
I think I recognize those stairs. That's my
Yeah.
blood over there. That's Aldous' blood. That's Laya's blood.
Yep. I think I know where this is gonna lead. So we need to gather everybody up and make a break for it as I open the door a little bit and look side to side. Oh, and I duck back in.
Yeah, those pipes that were previously just kind of shooting out the grease, like spilling grease and letting it go out the rep, are now just shooting out fire.
Oh, wait, they're just shooting it. Like, it's not climbing up towards me, is it?
No.
Okay, I walk out and just look at it.
There's a door to the south on this hallway too, right? Or was it just this door?
No, there was only the entrance over here next to you, and then, yeah, that was it, right? There was no other way.
Oh, I thought there was a door. I thought there was a door like here too, but I guess not.
No, that was the door that led into the bat room.
Well,
That didn't seem very useful.
yeah, we didn't get anything out of that.
Why is there a secret entrance into the feeding pits? Who designed this
Jose?
place?
Jose, were we supposed to find something else that we didn't find?
I think we were supposed to find the body. I look at Sirloin.
It kind of nods and it'll fly ahead of you. Actually, it doesn't. It just stays on your shoulder. It seems content, and what it intended to do is done.
Aldous will call up the hallway. Hey, Dorian, I think we need to get going. We can't stay here much longer. Also, know any ice magic?
as you're calling down the hallway, you see like one. This is like a slip and slide, right? They're not just stairs.
No, there's stairs.
Oh.
You can see where a grate had opened up on the bottom of each stair, facing forward, and there's just like a pit of fire. Seems the pressure of the fire, once it opened up, just made it all the fire spill forward all at once.
I got you. Well, Dorian's gonna follow. Right, 1 and 2 are carrying the skeleton.
The firebird is now in this room, just picking through the ash remains of the bones. It has done what it intended to do.
Jose, where can we go that's not leading us through a giant ball of fire to over there?
kind of perks up and just kind of... It'll fly ahead of you and fly back down the hallway that y'all went through before.
After Jose.
Okay.
Well, we can't just... And he sighs as he walks out the door. Follow him.
I love this. We're going in a circle.
This is more of a square, actually.
Dorian, can you help me
Shut
push
up.
this elemental's body in front of these pipes?
1, 2. You know what to do.
Oh, that's right. You have these guys.
I set the bones down for a minute, and we'll attempt to do that with Aldous.
Yeah, Aldous will try to help push this giant elemental to block the pipe from spitting fire everywhere.
Alrighty. You can do so. Fire kind of still juts out from behind it and all around it. It is not affected too much by the fire, but the lower pipe is still jutting out fire.
Ah, damn. Alright.
As
Well,
well as this entire ramp
yes.
is now on fire as well, since it was covered in this grease.
Oh, yeah, the oil. Well, I think stopping the flames could be helpful. It's not going to stop it altogether. Perhaps we should follow the rest of the party up there, Dorian.
Yeah, the zombies will pick the bones back up and continue.
Oh, God.
Yep, so the same flat area that was same as before has broken and fallen in to the ramp below, and fire is shooting up out of that little broken spot. So there's just a giant hole where the stairs once were. You can still climb the stairs on the other side, but there's about a 10-foot gap you have to clear now.
Alright. So, are we trying to put out the fire?
I shrug. Wait for it all to blow over.
I don't know if it's just gonna do that.
I mean, I could put it out for you.
I mean, I think stop the jets first still, and we can go push the other giant in front of the other pipe, and then you can do whatever it is you're gonna do.
Oh, I suppose I don't do bed slots that way.
You could jump over the fire. It is still a gap, but if you fall, you're gonna fall into a pit of fire.
But we
And
just be
also
going
just
in a
need to
circle,
grab
right?
Yeah, we already went this
Yeah.
way.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Alright, Sir Loin, toss me across the fire pit.
No, all right. I'm gonna go start working on pushing other giant while they do this again.
I will help.
Alrighty, it is
I'll
actually
supervise.
a fairly large creature. When you push it in front of the other pit, you push it onto the slide, and it starts to slide down.
No, no! Aldous yells.
And as it keeps sliding down, into the hallway that was once before, is now just a giant pit of fire.
Oh, God. Okay, well, I walk up to Mel. That didn't work.
Oh,
Toss me.
I don't. What's the point in going over there again, Archie?
You go in a circle. It's wonderful.
Oh, right, the circles. I forget how important they are to you. And I just pull out my backpack and start going through it.
I don't really want you to throw me though.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm planning on it. I promise.
It is a 10-foot jump. So jumping, let's see here.
It's like twice my height.
Yeah. So if you make a long jump, if you move at least 10 feet before you jump, which you can easily do, you can jump a number of feet equal to your strength score.
And
Archie,
I don't
do
have
you
to
have
like roll
spells
for it.
Do you have any spells
Spells
that
that
make
what?
water?
No. It's like druidy magic.
Well, I guess we can go in a circle.
Yay!
All this calls back. I'm gonna jump. Actually, why would I wait a minute? Hold on. Why would I jump? And then I literally just go the other I walk all the way around to the other side.
He's the smart one.
Okay, Sirloin. Toss me.
Okay.
Cross the fire pit.
Okay, I'm here.
You shouldn't have been able to. The hallway behind you, when you walked into this hallway, closed shut.
Which side of it did?
Should be right here.
Oh,
You
wait,
should
this...
be able
Oh.
to cross through it.
Oh, what? Dang it. Can I... Is there a lever here?
Pressing the wrong button. I did set that right, didn't I? Yeah, that's there. There isn't. When you all stepped through, well, basically when you pulled the lever to open up the other door, it shut this one.
Alright. I'll go pull the other lever? Also, you can throw Archie, since that's been rolled too.
Yeah, so what'd you roll?
He's like, is this how it ends?
Isn't this how this happened last time too?
Yeah. Whenever we're doing the Archie throw, Sirloin gets a shitty strength throw.
It's really, like, almost comedic how it happens every time.
He throws you 5 feet, basically right into the pit.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm not there to help
Oh
him.
no!
Anyone got prestidigitation or something that can catch him?
It doesn't catch people, unfortunately.
So
Wait
you
a minute,
actually
no.
land on the fire giant Dreadnaught. That's slowly sliding down. You are in a giant pit of fire, and we're just going to roll some damage.
Hold on, I can stop this. Let's see, range 60 feet. Levitate.
Alrighty. We'll just Archimedes, Mel, and Sirloin, roll me initiative.
Oh no!
I really hope Archie doesn't explode.
Alright.
I think it'd be hilarious if Archie exploded.
So Archimedes, you fall into the fire, and you will take 13 fire damage just for being in the fire, entering the fire. And every time you start your turn in this fire, you're going to take the same damage. And Mel,
Alright.
you get to go first in this sort of, as Archimedes falls onto this, actually the fire giant that's slowly sliding down.
Well, I will cast. I'll strum on my instrument and he'll float 20 feet up in the air and remain suspended there.
Ooh, you're putting him on a spit. Good idea.
That's my turn.
Alright, This is not enough to raise you completely out of the fire yet. So you will take the damage again when you,
Oh man. I wish I could move you more than 20 feet at a time.
take another 13 fire damage, and Archimedes, your turn. You are levitating. So,
Oh, do I take another 13 damage? Is that what you said?
yep.
Hmm.
When you pull the lever, it shuts the trap door. I mean, not the gate. The stairs behind you. It does not open up the door behind you again.
Damn it. So I gotta do the whole trap thing again?
Alright, Archimedes is going to, cast Gust of Wind. He's going to, aim it, this way, towards Sirloin and the rest of the group, to try to, like, propel himself across the pit, back onto the staircase.
You are still below the.
I see.
That's why you're taking fire damage. So you fell probably about. Let's see, that would be. You fell about. Let's see, that's 60 feet up. You fell about 40 feet. So you're now 20 feet up into the sky, halfway between safety and the ground. You know, the 20 feet to go.
Could I cast Gust of Wind downwards? Try to propel myself up.
You know? Sure, why not? We'll just go with the Gust of Wind effect here, and you will be pushed 15 feet up. Basically, you're right below the surface of it. And someone could basically just reach and grab you. But you're right below the staircase level.
Now, out of curiosity, does it also extinguish any unprotected flames?
No.
Okay. Darn.
Sirloin is going to reach down and push him over here. This is fun.
All right. You shove him. He is levitating. Let's see. You just continuously float in that direction then?
Until he hits one of the stairs and can stop himself, yeah.
Yeah. So he pushes you and you slam into the stairs. You catch the corner of the stairs as you kind of drag a little bit up, you drag a little bit up it, and you catch yourself.
And Sirloin, I'm pretty sure Sirloin could just jump this without too much effort, actually.
Alright, so Archimedes is safe. With a long jump, I believe your strength score says you can.
Yeah, Sirloin's got a lot of strength, so he could jump pretty far.
Oh, when you pull the lever again, the pressure hasn't built up enough for the trap to fire off again. Flames do tickle your feet, though not enough to actually engulf you. Then you can just leave again.
Alright, Mel. I know you're a bird. You have the ability to
How are the
fly.
children doing?
Come here. He's gonna be there, like, ready to catch Mel when she jumps.
Oh man, do I want to jump or do I want to burn another spell? The age-old question.
Don't you have a magic item that allows you to fly?
Yeah, but like, only once per day.
Yeah, you'll be
that-
fine.
That was a lot of fire damage. I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to strum a slightly different chord on my instrument and cast fly, and I'll just gracefully float across.
Alrighty.
All right, Laya, your turn. What is it? Acrobatics to jump across something?
I believe it's athletics. That doesn't help me at all.
So to jump. Oh, you're trying to jump like a greater distance than she technically can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's athletics.
I mean, Sirloin's going to be hanging there trying to grab people as they attempt not to die.
Is jumping just your strength modifier? Because that's not much of a long jump, is it?
I don't remember.
It is your strength modifier. Or, no, sorry, your strength score.
Oh, so... Okay. So your strength, not your strength modifier, that's what I was getting confused. So it's your strength score. So at 20 strength, you can just basically jump 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it is. This is a 10-foot jump. So yeah. Basically,
Well,
if you have less than a 10 strength score, you might need some help.
That's why Sirloin's over there catching people.
Yeah. If you have below a 10th strength score, I'm gonna make you do an athletics. Which Archimedes just got tossed right in the fire, like he wasn't given a choice. He just got picked up and thrown into the fire.
Ah!
Oh,
I just killed my wife's character.
Wow.
I would even assume with advantage. Because
Yeah,
of the help from
with-
Sirloin, that's not
With
going to be
you
good
helping,
enough.
I was gonna give her an advantage, but even with that, she falls into the fire. So
Alexis played Despacito.
yeah, so she falls 30 feet into the fire
Oh, I
and
can't
immediately
even spell.
takes 4d6.
Oh no.
She is 30 feet below you all. How do you all want to try to help?
Does she have any, like, I can't even do, like, the only thing I could think of is, like, tie a rope and shoot her with it and pull her back, but that would not work.
The rope
mean,
would just
like-
burn the flame.
Okay, did we just condemn someone to death and they weren't even here? I think we might have just done that. I don't think that's okay, like, from a, like,
Yeah.
not as Mel, but, like, as real-life me. I don't think that we should
This
do
is one
this.
reason I don't like to let players, like characters, involve themselves when they're not here. That's why I try to make them play a passive role.
Well, okay, well, she had no other way to get across this pit, though. Other than us, like... Right?
Can
Like,
any
would we
of
just
y'all
leave
do
her-
anything to help? Because she is 30 feet.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Can we, like, undo this? Or do we have to...
I like
rip it?
Can she try to scale the wall? She is a cat.
She could try
And a
climbing the
rogue.
walls.
Like, there's literally nothing any of us can do, I think.
No, wait! I have something! I can burn 2 4th-level spell slots.
Okay.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Alright.
Sirloin is going to reach down and grab her as when he sees her trying to parkour her way up.
Yeah. So you don't fail the climbing. Actually, there's rules on climbing, so let's take a look and see what they are. I've never had this kind of situation, so let's see what the rules are for climbing.
I like
If
how a
she
10-foot
dies,
jump
she
is literally...
dies.
This 10-foot jump is literally like
It's her
the
own
worst
fault
enemy
for
we've
telling
had
me
so
to
far
play
in
her
this dungeon.
Each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot. So... climbing speed. She does not have a climbing speed. The walls are made of rough stone, so she can find places to grab.
So, sounds like she could do it, but it would maybe take an action, like a turn.
Yeah, so it would actually, if this was slippery handholds and things like that, it actually says it requires strength, but that's not the case. So it is basically her movement halved to climb up a vertical surface like that, and there are handholds and things for her to kind of grab onto.
So she uses an action to dash. She can move 30 feet.
And she's a rogue, so she can bonus action. So she does get up, but she does fall in the fire, and she is fairly singed.
You're fine. Next.
And again, if you have below a 10 strength save, 10 dex, 10 strength score, you have to roll an athletics, which Sirloin is helping you, so you'll get advantage. If you have more than a 10 strength, you just do a long jump. So Aldous and Dorian and the zombies.
Oh.
Does Aldous have more than a 10?
More than a 10 in strength?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay, I have a 12. No, I have a 14.
Yeah, so you can just make the jump.
Whoop.
Now,
See, that was so
now
bad.
do the zombies make the jump?
the ghouls both have a 13 and Dorian has 10.
Here, hold up.
Alright.
I yell across the... Go around. I, like, wave at him. I said, go all the way around. I'll open the door from this side.
I want to envision the zombies trying to jump across, and Sirloin tries to grab them, and their arms fall off.
Now I would imagine like mid-air, Dorian just steps on one of them, footstools them, and gets the extra distance, sacrificing one of them.
I was thinking
I mean,
about
they-
doing that, but then I was like, well, I need them to carry the bones of
Yeah.
that bird.
All three of you can make the jump easily, so long as the other ones everybody else gets the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Hold
I'll
on, what's the
destruct
strength score of the
okay.
zombies?
These are ghouls, not zombies, and it's 13.
Oh, so they could just like buddy up
Bird-
and jump over with the body.
The bird was fairly amused.
Sirloin is going to lay on hands Laya for his slip up. Never
For
even
being-
lost a health point. You're fine.
For being entertainment for the firebird, and seeing how creative everyone was to get Archimedes out of there, the bird will bestow a blessing upon Archimedes, and
Blessing
he meddled
of you
him.
just got burned.
I don't have metal. Nothing I have is metal except for my immovable rod.
Your dentures.
Oh no!
the bird will land on you, agitating the burn wounds you got from falling on there, and it will oh, it just has that spell. Okay, it heals you for 70 health points.
Oh,
It casts the actual heal spell.
Damn.
okay.
Where was that earlier?
Oh, they tried to do it to Dorian, but Dorian was undead. It was gonna do it to Dorian because it appeased him, but Dorian's undead, so he got to stay at 1 health point.
I turn around and look at the bird, shake my head, and then I look around and say, okay, does anyone remember Gadget Goldspring's dad's name?
Am I rolling
Gold
check to
gadgets.
remember?
It's the left statue.
No, it's not the left statue. We went that way.
Is it Jose? Is he named after the bird?
But no, there's no Jose here either.
The bird is
If
Jose.
there was, I would choose that.
I will recopy this.
How about we don't choose the wrong king? I
Well,
feel like that will end up with more fire.
push the one in front of you in. Sprocket
No.
sounds right.
Nope.
Well, I mean, like,
that's...
no, it's like Gadget, Sprocket. It's like that sounds right.
Nope, you're trying to kill
Also,
us.
it's not Gear Spring. It's not Gear Spring. We know it's not Gear Spring. It's the Gold Spring family. We're
No,
smarter
no,
than
you're
this.
confusing me. It's not gonna work. I know it's Gear Gold Spring.
Am I confusing you?
Archimedes, is that a
Yes.
circle on that statue?
It is.
Archimedes starts to sweat a little bit.
I think it wants you to push it.
Sprockets are circular, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Dorian says this while, like, having his zombies create, like, a body shield for him.
Look! I point at the O in Sprocket, and here at the O in Gold Spring.
Oh, it's so circular. And Archie just, like, plants his face straight into, like, you know, button or whatever.
Wishes it in.
So does it work? We push it in?
Are we pushing it in?
Yeah, Archimedes, do you, if you want to, resist their temptations, I would, say roll a counter persuasion.
Oh, Archie would not. There's so many circles now that he looks at it.
There's circles in the other ones, too.
Archie is very
He
easily
hasn't noticed
persuadable.
those ones yet. Sirloin looks sad that the firebird isn't perched on his shoulder anymore. Anybody have like a pen or something?
Like something to write with?
Yeah, I need something to write with.
Yeah, I got you. And Aldous pulls out a little notebook and hands you it with, I don't know, some lead.
Okay. Sirloin is going to take the pencil or the pen and write on one of his shoulder pads Jose's spot. Okay, you can have this back now. I don't need it anymore.
Oh, thanks.
Before an 8th level fireball
Do
gets
you,
cast on our spot.
Do you show this to the bird? What are you trying to do with this?
Uh-huh. You're like,
Why don't you give me an animal handling?
Oh, I'm sure Sirloin's great at that. Oh, he's great at that.
He's pretty
Oh,
my
the nat
God.
20 of a lifetime. And we'll,
I like how I rolled 20 for something as inconsequential as this, but throwing Archimedes is
it will fly up to your shoulder. It will now
Yes.
respond affectionately to Jose.
I need some crackers.
Alright,
What do you like to eat, Jose? I don't really know what firebirds eat.
Oh, does pushing the statue do anything? Oh.
alrighty. It's going to behave. Since you rolled a nat 20 and really on something like this, it is going to, it will follow you around. It will stick with you. It does have a mind of its own. It will leave to take care of itself. But, it will try to find you if you get too far separated. But, your group basically has a new little pet that kind of does its own thing.
Excellent.
Uh,
This makes
It's
Sirloin very happy.
It's literally a phoenix. One of the most dangerous monsters you can encounter.
I'll drop this down. It is. Which, if you want to learn more about it, you'll have to do more like checks to see it into its nature and things like that. But it is not an elemental, which is the strangest thing to you. But it behaves like a fire elemental, though. It can slip through cracks, basically, by having a non-solid form. It is not a phoenix. It is not an elemental. It is its own thing.
It is.
We have been able to push the statue.
As you would say.
Yeah, sorry, just letting that play out since it was a
Yeah,
thing,
no,
a thing you could do in this dungeon.
Nice. We have a bird now. Another bird. Wait, what?
I mean, it was literally written into the thing. Oh, by the way, you can totally like get a new pet.
Yeah, there are little things like that every now and again. As you push in the door, it kind of falls into place like the other one does. The other statues kind of fall into their own kind of. They depreciate into the wall and lock into place, as does the door behind you. As this one opens, the other one behind you closes as you push in, and this hallway opens up.
All this as sticking with normal will peek his head around.
There is a door in front of you.
Hey everybody, it's just a door.
Hey, I knew that circles would never betray me.
Brilliant thinking. Onward then?
Onward. Sirloin, would you mind?
As long as Jose's safe, I'm okay with going on. It's fine.
I mean,
Yeah, your
Jose's
last
probably
friend's
the
died.
safest one in the room. They're made of fire.
I remember your
Muttered to
last
myself.
pets. What was it? The little lanterns, and they all ended up dying.
Yes. Oh, my lanterns. They all tried to get away from me, but I loved them and they died.
This thing seems to be able to take care of itself.
Good. It's much better than the stupid lanterns that tried to keep getting away, and because of that, they ended up getting into bad stuff.
It is a level 4 CR creature, so it is capable of taking care of itself. So when you oh, actually, so with this, your path is locked into place and cannot be undone. So I'll go ahead and open this up and show you what fun if you actually chose the bad path.
Oh, the bad path. What would that have done? I'm just gonna take a little quick peek. Ah,
I would
that's
bathe
what
in
happened to
the
lava.
fire.
Yeah. So this is another slide you all would have fallen into. The floor would have dropped into this room, and basically, if you failed 2 dex checks in a row, you would have fallen into the fire and taken the same fire damage. But meanwhile, this entire path is a slippery slope like the path up was before. So if you couldn't beat the dex checks or help others, this was a really bad trap to fall into. It might have killed one of you if you had no resources to get out. But I really liked. Yeah.
That would have been
Oh,
hilarious.
I just saw a green flame pass across your loin.
I keep hitting. Stop! There we go.
Oh, by the way, I totally end my gust of wind spell after that whole jump fiasco.
Oh yeah, you're just blowing it around. Get ready not to
Just-
freeze.
You know that like Marilyn Monroe thing, or not Marilyn Monroe? Who was it? The 90s sexy lady who like killed herself or something.
Well, Marilyn Monroe certainly had a blowing on the subway. If that's what.
Oh, okay,
you
so it was Marilyn
That
Monroe,
was from
but
the
she had like that like
7-year itch.
Oh, you know that that scene where the vent blows up her skirt and she's holding it down?
Yeah, it's
I
Marilyn
imagine
Monroe.
something similar happens with Archimedes.
Have I not broken this clock yet? Holy shit, that is the 10th time I've knocked it off this wall.
Yeah,
Is
they have a physical
well
clock that's
designed
on your
or
desk.
very cheaply designed, one of the two. Cheap ones can also tend to bounce better.
They bounce. It bounces,
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
Cheap plastic tends to bounce well.
Has not broken yet, so I'm gonna look up the name of this company and I'm gonna invest money into it because it has fallen hard 10 times. Like there's no plastic or glass left to it. It's fallen so many times. I should honestly do something else with it, but hang it somewhere else. But I'm too lazy.
So is this
Oh.
hallway extra hot?
Yeah, there is a bit of heat coming through the doors. To the door ahead of you.
Is there any other doors in this hallway?
There is not.
All right. Well, there's one door and it seems to be extra hot, so be ready, I guess.
Wait! Does everyone here have some sort of cloak or something like that we're all wearing?
What's a cloak?
Oh, that's right.
She's got his robe on.
Dorian's got an overcoat.
I'm relatively sure I've been suffering from heat metal for this entire time.
I have an idea! Mel says. 1 article of clothing from each of you! And so, and they'll cast prestidigitation on it to cool it. So we'll scrunch it up so it makes a 1-foot cube. And then I'll cast prestidigitation so it cools all the fabric within this 1-foot cube. And then we each take our separate garments, I don't know, a hat or jacket or something, and put them back on. And it'll keep us nice and cool.
You don't want to know the only clothing that Sirloin wears.
Oh no, I was afraid of that.
Alright, Sirloin, what do you do here? Do you open up the door?
Sirloin was told to wait.
Alright, so do you open up the door? Alright.
I guess no one liked my plan.
Oh, I love it! Archie starts taking off his robe.
Yeah, Dorian does not. I don't think that would be enough in this particular round. Since Armor of Agathis didn't really do much to help.
Yeah, Sirloin hands you his sweaty underwear.
Archimedes hands you his robe that's been burnt.
Alright, Mel will put her own, dress thing on the pile, and then scrunch it up into a cube, as much as can be done, and cast prestidigitation to cool this 1 square foot of material for 1 hour. It doesn't use concentration or anything.
Alright. As you cool it, and you have the bird flies down and starts to roost on it. A nice cool spot.
That's great.
Oh,
Hey, I
now
can
what do we
also
do?
use the cleaning part of prestidigitation to help with that. So yes, after cooling it, I'll also use prestidigitation to clean it, because when you're using prestidigitation, you can simultaneously have up to 3 of its effects active at once.
This is the
Alrighty.
first time I've ever had clean underwear.
Oh no!
This is the second time I've had clean underwear. Well, not underwear. Robes.
Yeah, all of you have been sweating, without the presentation, that everything would just be turned foul and smelly. But,
No.
you now all have
Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
cool
prestidigitation.
clothing.
The best cantrip. Useful in every situation.
You all have nice, cool clothing. I'd say it would probably take a bit to do this. So, as Mel does this, does anybody else do anything?
Jose, make sure to. You're more important to me than myself. So,
Take care of yourself and don't get hurt, okay?
It will fly to Dorian's shoulder.
Now we need to make a nest on Sirloin's shoulder pads.
We'll augment your armor to have a nest. Alrighty. So what now?
Open the door.
Alright.
Well,
This-
we should probably first put our clothes on.
Yeah, as you all get naked in front of each other. Or close to it.
Well, I'm assuming an adventuring party has probably seen each other plenty of times. You never split the party. That includes when you have to go pee.
I've got a meme for this.
Venture together, we bathe together, we do number 2 together. Alright, the door opens inwards. I mean to the left. It is a stone door. It makes a small little shield, which I'll actually just go ahead and just draw that now, because why not?
I'm not sure how to get out there and fight anything. It looks like the floor is lava.
So here you go. You open up back into the fire chamber room as you did before. You are 60 feet. That needs to stop. 60 feet into the sky. There's nothing below the surface of the door. This is the doorway in 60 feet in above the pit. It's like one of those false doors. You open it up and fall through.
Well, what are we supposed to do with this? Aldous throws up his hands.
What are we supposed to do with what? Aren't we moving?
No, I don't think we are, unless anybody can fly all of us across a giant pit filled with fire.
Are these shadows supposed to be here?
Yes.
Okay, Mel will take a pebble and throw it just outside the door. Does it land on an invisible surface?
It sure does.
Mel will confidently take a step out, hoping this doesn't mean she's about to die.
7 fire blasts drill into the door beside you. It actually slams you back into Sirloin as the door is forced shut. And it kind of pushes you all back into the door.
Okay, well.
Wait. I think I can handle this. Alright, so... I don't know how we're going... I don't know if the bridge lasts forever, but... I can make us... I can give us a fighting chance against the spells coming into us. But you all have to huddle very close, alright?
I think you should
Dorian,
see
you might have to...
how little room there
Dorian
is.
might have leave the zombies behind if we all want to get through this.
Well, let's at least stuff these bones into the bag of holding.
We don't have a bag of holding. Wait,
Yeah,
unless you guys
shit.
have one, because I don't have one anymore.
No, you fucking destroyed it.
I'm sorry. We
Yeah,
also
last
have the
campaign.
Stone to Zilk in it.
Wait,
Oh, well.
the bag of holding got destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mel packed too much volatile shit into it.
Oh wait, actually,
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
That was hilarious. I love that.
oh,
Like, I love that
I-
she was just packing all of her shit into it. For
Yeah,
the entire
which is
campaign.
hilarious because a lot of the crystals she picked up were actually enemies, and when the bag of holding got destroyed, it also destroyed those enemies. They were convincing her into collecting more and doing things, but once the bag was destroyed, they were destroyed too. So she actually packed enemies, volatile stuff, and all of her necessities. She is a hoarder.
I fucking love Mel.
I'm I mean, it was the end of the campaign. It's not like we needed that stuff anyway. Or at least that's what I tell myself in order to prevent, questioning all my life decisions.
Psychotic breakdown.
Anyway, so basically there's an invisible bridge. Sirloin, when you opened it up, you saw another door hanging at about the same kind of height, straight across. But the problem is stepping out onto this bridge basically makes you a free target for all these fire blasts. And they fire with such force that if all of them drill into you, it might knock you off.
Alright. I guess the zombies are just gonna have to go behind and hope for the best. Either that, or I cast Teleport Circle and get him and one other individual out to assist with the body.
I can bring myself and one other, Mel says. And she stands a little farther away.
Across the bridge or back into the town.
Is the town within 500 feet of our current location?
We have no idea.
We were teleported here, remember?
Oh, I'll say to Archimedes, to the entrance! Not sure where the town is.
Right, yeah, don't we just need to get back to the entrance somehow?
The room you got up to this point is engulfed in flames. I mean, the room above you, in front of you, is the same chamber you saw when you first came in. So they are connected.
So when Mel threw the rock, was the rock, it landed here, but not, like, I'm trying to understand.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
the floor, so if you zoom out, you can see that, the hallway that we entered leads into the big room with the lava floor, but we went up a bunch of stairs to get into this room, so then when we go out this door, we're in the same room, but we're up off the ground, and there's an invisible bridge.
I'm just trying to understand if the invisible bridge is just all the way across.
I mean, it looks like it from the little shadow lines.
I mean,
as far as you can tell.
I mean, it seems like
All
we
right.
want to just go into this chamber and go north, right?
I don't know which direction we all want to go.
well, this is the only direction we can go.
So right here is a fence that connects the ceiling. It kind of separates the two areas off.
So,
Same as the fence that was down here protecting you from the myrmidons. There's one here that protects the gas from it being ran up on. And they're actually 6 feet in the sky as well, so they're actually on level with you.
We could just sprint across this bridge and hope for the best.
We could just kill them one at a time and make them come over here to this hallway, and then they can't get past us. You're an archer, aren't you?
I mean, yes, but Mel got hit by several fireballs. I would rather not be in the same position.
That's why I go in front and you shoot over my shoulder. And then I'll be fine.
Yeah? What's up, Archie?
I can protect you from spells for up to a minute once we decide to go. Assuming I don't get hit by something.
Well, the good news is you could stay in here, cast whatever you're talking about on our friend Sirloin, and he could bulwark me while I attack whatever's out there.
I'm afraid I can't. It's centered around myself. I have to move with you all.
Well then, like, I guess Sirloin will just carry you in his sword arm?
Sirloin is suggesting we pull stuff back to this hallway and kill it in the hallway.
But it can't wait. Could things come through the door with us?
I don't see why they couldn't.
Well, there's the giant
enemies
firebird.
all through here, right? Which are like the ones who are firing fireballs.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like we need to get across this bridge as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and
I
then
mean,
there's
I
the
don't know.
elemental.
I see
and the
Sirloin's idea where
firebird.
like we make him as sturdy as possible, and he just stands in the doorway, and then the rest of us crowd into this hallway and use our ranged attacks to pick them off one by one. That's
Yeah,
gonna
but
take a long time though, but it
there's
would
dozens of them.
probably work.
There's dozens of enemies, including like a firebird, like an elemental phoenix. So
Well, hey, Dorian, you and I can use cantrips, so it's Aldous running out of arrows that we need to worry about.
no, it's Sirloin running out of health.
That's true.
Can anyone?
I can protect Sirloin
Does anyone know
from magic
invisibility?
at least.
For 1 whole minute. That's a lot of rounds of combat. We'd at least, hopefully, be able to take out at least 2 of the enemies.
Well, let's start out guns blazing, or arrows
What's the
quivering.
fun?
All right,
And,
so you guys, I'm just gonna wait up here. You guys come around, you shoot over my shoulder, and then you go back into that room until something comes close enough to attack it. I have my own magic that'll make it so that it's a lot harder to hit me.
I mean, that might not be necessary. Honestly, I think we could actually just stand on top of the bridge, at least for some amount of time, and just pick them off.
But this way you guys are protected. I'm the only one in
Oh.
danger. That's fine by me.
No. We'll be fine. Trust me. Well, in any case, I have my magic ready. Sirloin, would you care to be the one to open up the door?
So now I have no idea what we're actually doing.
What are we doing? Maybe we should just start from the beginning and repeat the plan for everyone again.
Sirloin's plan is just to stand there, let shit attack him while you guys plink stuff over his shoulders.
I'm okay with that plan.
I think we move a little bit across the bridge so that everyone can get you and cast their own stuff.
It seemed like a bad idea because then you get knocked off the bridge and die.
Oh, what's gonna...
If anyone gets knocked off the bridge, I have a very limited amount of spell slots with which to save you, because I've used my fly and my levitation, so I would really only be able to save like 1 or 2 people who fell down. That's it.
I think the
Nothing
best
would
option
knock
is
us
just
off
to
the
make them
bridge.
come to us.
Yes, I think so too. I mean, like, from inside the hallway, we really don't have that great vision out to pick off the enemies. Like, I'd be able to get this one, but like, I can't see if there's any ones that are closer over here, for example. But like, I can definitely see enemies, and I could viciously mock them from the doorway.
Alright, well, Sirloin's going with that plan.
Does anyone else have
All
anything
right.
to add before we do this?
The ones in the room, like here, are actually 60 feet down. So you'd have to kind of step where Sirloin is to see them.
Oh man, I thought that.
You should be able to
Wait,
enter
I have
into...
one more. I
You
have
should
one.
be able to enter into an ally's space to make an attack as long as you don't end your turn there.
I have one more plan. What if I sneak across and see if the other door is open and we can just make a break for it as opposed to this?
It's a long way to go.
Yeah.
It's certainly a long way to
I
go,
don't
but
think we could make a break for it, but we could maybe teleport. If it's open, I could take one of the zombies and teleport with it, and Archie could take everyone else.
I also just want to suss out how much of this bridge is actually a bridge.
Yeah.
I've got more pebbles we can throw. We can try and throw one as far as we can go to see if any of them ever fall down.
As far as sneaking, you're going to be floating, basically strung up in the middle of a very well-lit room in
That's
front
fair.
of tons of enemies. As far as trying to crouch your way through it, it probably
Is
isn't
there
gonna work.
an invisibility spell or potion anyone's carrying?
Yes.
Bark, 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 bark.
Woof.
Why don't we take a 15-minute break here, and we will come back and we'll enact our plan.
Oh man. Yeah, look at the time. I'll be
Yeah,
right
that's,
back.
that's
Yeah.
quite a that's quite a while for a
That
break.
works.
We're done in, you know.
Oh, we are. Well, never mind then.
Oh
But
man.
No, we
Oh
can
wait,
take a
we've got
break.
this amazing
But
plan.
I just don't know when we're done tonight.
probably another 30 minutes. We'll take a bit of a break here.
Okay, that's fine by me.
Use the bathroom, get a drink. When everybody gets back, we'll continue
We'll
on.
enact our plan.
Yep.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Alright, I am back.
I am back.
Alrighty.
If you're not here, say I'm not here.
This is cool. I'm gonna use this.
The firebird? Yeah, I like it.
My party's a group of burner hobos. They just kill it.
Let's do that.
And if you look it up, it's actually has some pretty nice things. Spell wise and stuff like that. But yeah. Is everyone back?
I'm back.
Commander Blau, Archimedes.
Hello, I'm here. What was that?
Alright, just seeing who all is back. Commander, are you back?
Well, I didn't hear him, but I saw the little circle.
I am back indeed.
Alright.
Ah, good.
Let's cut to the music. And we shall... I don't have anything playing in the... Go. Alright. So, with the door opened, you know there's an invisible bridge that cuts across. You also know that there are so many fire blasts that it can shut the door on you, so if a concentrated blast from all of them will probably knock you prone or similar effects. And it's just basically an invisible bridge 60 feet in the sky where everything can see you as you walk across it. And as you remember from the pillars, there are a lot of things that can shoot you in this room. And they hide behind a gate fence, so they can shoot through it, but and you can shoot through it back at them. But they can't cross it, at least not these ones can't.
Sirloin, are you sure you can withstand the fury that awaits?
Like at
Yep,
least
you
like
can.
99.4%.
Also, since this is magic fire bolts, same thing with Archimedes' fireball, the fire spells hurt a bit more. Actual spell fire.
So, the plan is to, go and try to lure them into an area where we can kill them?
It's the only solution I see that doesn't involve us falling off a bridge into lava.
Alright. Well, let me know when you start to open the door, and I'll cast my spell. That should, in theory, stop all of the firebolts from hitting you.
What spell is that?
It is called Globe of Invulnerability.
Yep,
It's a circle.
I'll just wait here, and if
Globe, even.
anything get pulled through, I'll hit it with Eldritch Blast. Dorian's content to just wait with his hands on his cane. Maybe pull out his fancy pocket watch and check it. Just admire it for a while.
All right. I guess if we're gonna do it this way, right before Sirloin opens the door, he's gonna cast Sanctuary on himself.
Alrighty.
And then open the door.
And as he opens the door, I'm going to cast Globe of Invulnerability.
For up to 1 minute.
And then Sirloin's going to like bang his shield a bunch to attract their attention over here.
Alright, so how does this work? Outside of the barrier has no effect on objects within it, even if spells. So
Wait, did we happen to have invisibility?
Oh yes, I did have invisibility, but I don't think we ended up going with that plan. I mean,
Yep.
like, do you want
I
to?
mean, we could do it still just to scope things out a little bit better.
so you open the door, do you step out onto the bridge?
He's gonna wait for him right there.
Alrighty. None of them can fly, and they do not go to the invisible bridge, as the ones up on the ledge are behind a gate, and none of them can fly.
That's okay, because we could shoot at them.
Should we have initiative up?
Well, there is a.
Sorry.
Alright, so. From where you're at, you can see them. You can see them. You want to say you can shoot them then?
I presume we could. That was the whole plan. If we can't, then we
Then
would
they will be
probably
able
want to
shoot
rechange
you
our plan.
as well. As you open the door, they all try to shoot you, every single one of them. But global vulnerability keeps you from doing so. In a 10-foot radius, can you shoot back out from the globe with that up?
It doesn't say that I can't, so I assume I can.
Within it, even if the spell is using higher level spell slot. Okay, so go ahead and roll initiatives, I guess.
Let's do this.
Sirloin is going to just take the dodge action every turn, so I'm not even going to bother with initiative until you knock his concentration off.
Yep, I'll just be holding action to Eldritch Blast any enemies that I see. So, for the most part, it looks like they're Melon, Aldous, and Archie are going to be handling attacking. So, just kind of on reserve.
Archie, would you be? I think the two of us should switch places because then Sirloin might.
I agree completely.
And then it won't be so claustrophobic.
So you have to stay within 10 feet of Sirloin, or he's gonna get blasted.
Yeah, which is why Archie, you should step forward.
Why is Aldous there? Oh. Elle and Aldous were sharing the same spot.
This might be one of those Discord, or sorry, not Discord, Roll20 icon things.
Alrighty, so that's basically how it has to be lined up there. Let's see.
But you can dip into a ally's space to take a shot and then leave.
Yeah, that's what I'm relying on.
Everybody will be able to go up to where Aldous is at and then pop back out.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I think that Archie should be in the spot where Aldous is right now, and then Aldous should take Archie's spot. Right? Or maybe the two of them just both move up a spot. Hello?
Let's see.
I mean, I was standing in the corner where you are now to start, and if you wanted to be here, that's fine.
Oh yeah, Archie should stand there. We just can't end our turns in the same spot as another ally, and Archie should stand there, so that way Sirloin can stand right outside the door and give room for there to be like another person permanently in the hallway, so that way it's more feasible for us all to actually hit things.
I've got to roll my...
I would presume Archimedes informed Sirloin of his spell that makes him basically immune to spells. Before we did this?
Yeah.
I forgot to roll.
He had a giant talk about it.
Sirloin would definitely have stepped out a little bit then to give you guys some more room to work with.
Thank you.
Alright, well, they will definitely be drilling you. Of course, Archimedes, you have to stay within 10 feet of him.
You know what's
it's not
good?
it's not just Sirloin, it's everyone within 10 feet of Archimedes, isn't it?
Yep, everyone within 10 feet of me.
Alright, well, these fire gas cannot, they cannot penetrate the, they don't have a higher spell slot to do so with. The Phoenix and the other things in this room do not seem to be caring too much. Phoenix is actually watching with curiosity.
We should all pile into this thing and go then.
Now you can basically just walk across the bridge with this up.
We should still take the time, since we've spent these resources to murder this crap too.
I don't know.
They all have quite a bit of health. even though they have low spell slots, it would probably take a bit just to kill one of them.
I think we should just move.
But you all can just move across
Hey,
with
everybody, pile
Archimedes' spell. It might. Let's see how far it is. So Archimedes can move 25 feet, 50 if he dashes. And if you all move along with him, it would basically take 3 turns to get across, 3 turns to come back for more players. How many rounds in a minute? 10? Yeah, you can just get everybody across if you just, even if you were to walk it.
This would be a great scene in a movie. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yep,
It's like the fox and the sheep problem that you get in math class.
With the sack of wheat. Can't forget the sack of wheat. It's your favorite pet.
Oh right, that one too.
Well, I'm gonna stay back here, I guess, with... I don't know. Who should all go on the first trip?
I can teleport
You
people
three
or
go.
make someone invisible in case of emergency, so I think I should go last.
I mean,
Just
like,
whoever's-
okay, so it can cover that. It covers that range.
Laya should go because she can pick locks.
So we can take 4 people.
Yep. As you cross, they do just blast into the thing, but it is all a cantrip. It is a so they cannot penetrate the spell.
Can I shoot out of this thing?
You can.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm totally shoot. Okay, I will shoot while we walk across then on my turns.
Alrighty. As you know from before, they actually have a bit of health, so it takes quite a bit just to kill one of them.
I mean, if we're gonna just do this thing, I'm gonna just walk back and forth with Archimedes while he grabs the rest of the party and just try to kill a couple like Sirloin asked.
So you have multi-attack, right?
Yeah, I do. I also have this. I love this feat. It's a great feat.
So you'll be able to do it once.
So this, whatever my first turn is, I want to use that.
Alrighty. So when you walk across, which go ahead and the first group go ahead and walk across.
Alright, and we all move together, of course.
Yep.
Laya should also be in this group, I imagine, right?
Yes, she's going with us because she's the
Where did
luck
you
pick.
go? How did we make it that far?
Well, you can just walk straight across. So Mel, I assume you're going with them.
Oh, I
We
was
can't
gonna
bring
wait.
on this.
I think we should
Wait,
send
no, we
one
can't
of the
bring
we should send the zombies or something, right?
No, we just grabbed you and the zombies last. That'll be everybody. We just have to
What?
get through this door
All
real
right,
quick.
So
so
Dorian, go.
that group of 4 plus 1 zombie in front in case the bridge has a hole in it.
Oh, that's a really smart idea.
There's no hole in the bridge. You managed to walk
Okay.
all the way across. The door is not locked, so you just open it up.
Oh man, and you find another room of lava full of bats that are going to poop fire. So not only are you walking over fire, you're having fire rain down upon you.
Dynamic lighting. That's right. The thin ones don't like to do it. There you go. As the first group, and one of the zombies makes it across. We'll go ahead and put you all in this room. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and move the zombie over there for you. In this room is basically as you see it, Sirloin. There's a bunch of different bridges, a bunch of different platforms. They're all coated in oil. So jumping to these is going to make you slide a bit. That's its own thing. But you see in the top right corner a large bat thing, which I will just kind of zoom to everybody.
What a lad.
It looks to you as you come in. It seems to be tending to the eggs as you're doing this. It will kind of let loose an ungodly screech, and it will fly forward. And it actually has so much move speed it does not matter. It flies across this room and forward. The screech, which some of these legs aren't giving light, are they? They are. You see in 4 corners of the room, there are eggs. And these eggs, as they shake and move, they let loose sparks and flares and tinders. And if you look below you, there is nothing but flammable oil. As you make noises and things of that nature, the eggs stir and more fire comes off of them.
I dash back to Archie. Archie, get the rest of get everyone else over here now.
Yep.
We need every.
But so long as you stay quiet and don't cause much of a disturbance, more than what the big bat thing just did, you might be okay. But should one of these eggs hatch, this whole room is a giant fireball. Which, you can pretty much safe to say that first room of bats you saw, with that little bit of oil, caused that giant explosion from before, causing all of the fire from last time, where Archimedes nearly, and Laia nearly failed at the pit and died. That was a small room of lava. This is pretty much where the rest of it is at. So this going off will probably kill you. But that's when the first group gets across. Archimedes, you make it back. You go back across, fetch the others.
Yeah. Yeah. Although does Zeldus get his free shots on one of the elementals flanking us?
Yeah,
Or
we'll
doing
just
it, or-
we'll just do a few things to kind of dictate that.
Right.
And we'll just get everybody across since they can. I'll go ahead and just move you all, or you want to move by yourselves. That's fine.
Ooh.
I'll go ahead and throw your zombie over there to.
Yeah. Imagine like Mel and the other zombie carrying the body across.
Yep. If there's one thing Mel's good for, it's carrying probably useless objects.
Was bag of holding's gone.
Yeah, but see, that's what pockets are for.
Alrighty.
Nothing like putting a dead body in your pockets.
I mean, like, I'm sure I could detach parts of it. It's been there long enough and stuff some of them in each pocket.
Hey, Archimedes. Don't you have
sorry,
like
got
one
my
of those?
dogs barking me in.
Don't you have that like ladder that can't move unless we tell it to?
The ladder.
Ladder?
Yeah.
I have an immovable rod.
Yeah, that's it. That probably would have been a good
What
idea
about it?
earlier too.
But this is. I don't think we should have one more combat or 2 counting the boss. Depends on how things go in the next few rooms. But this is a good place to call it if you all are wanting to stop for the night.
So we're up to the rest of you all. I'm
Might be fine to keep going if you guys are.
How is
I'm chilling.
everyone else feeling? Dorian, Blog?
I'd be alright.
Dorian, you doing okay to go a little bit further, or?
I mean, if you think
You know, I could maybe go for another half an hour if you guys want.
yeah,
Alrighty.
if you think here's my question real quick. Is it will we be done with it in half an hour, or would it be we'll stick
No.
it and do another? Okay, we should break here then. Then we can get through the dungeon next session and probably do some role play afterwards with whatever's on the other side of everything.
You can probably make it through this room, and that'll be another good stopping point. Or we can just call it here and kind of refresh ourselves for the next bullshit that it is this room. Greased platforms, trying to jump across to them, sliding, hopefully not falling into the lava, splashing, causing the whole
Well-
room to be engulfed.
Everyone I think said they can go for a half an hour more, so why not?
Alrighty.
Let's just do that.
Alright, so we'll cut across this room. So each of these platforms is coated with the oil. You'll have to jump across them, which the first jump is 10 foot, though you can do the 5-foot jump onto these. However, landing might be an issue, as you might slip and fall on the smaller platforms, but you don't have to do a 10-foot jump on those.
What is in between the platforms?
That is a 20-foot fall into a basically nothing but oil. Just a giant pool of oil below you.
Oh, no.
Well, Aldous is
Alrighty.
gonna jump.
Alright, Aldous, make a dex save when you land. Alright, you don't slip and fall. You don't slide forward 10 feet.
Shilling's going to stand right there to give everybody a +4 to whatever they roll, but
Yeah.
he's also going to suggest that Archimedes
Wait,
put out his immovable
That's
rod.
cheating.
Yeah, no, Dorian just fucking far steps across the room.
Man.
There you go.
Look at them go.
Bullshit removed.
All right, hold on. Aldous yells. Can I make a 20-foot jump?
I will consider that a 15-foot, so this is a 15-foot gap.
So
For everybody who does do a jump, you'll need to make a dex save when you land, or else you will slide forward 10 feet.
Oh no.
Alright, so you all do it. Same with a zombie, make a dex save.
What are these?
Those are eggs, and they are close to hatching. The screech heard from earlier nearly prompted them to wake up. That makes any kind of sense. But they are close to hatching, and any kind of disturbance might make them hatch. And when they hatch, they'll let loose a lot of fire, which you are in a room full of oil. Alright, so
Oh.
you all managed to make it thus far.
Would it be more difficult to jump straight across this 3 square gap, or would it be the same if I went diagonally upwards and jumped diagonally over 1 square?
Here's
here.
the thing.
You'll- Would slip right off.
You gotta, if you're good at dex saves, then doing the shorter hops might be better. If you're, because the 3-foot square basically gives you a good safe slide, so even if you do fail.
I mean, I'm pretty good at dex saves. I think. But is there a way to fail the jump? I guess is what I'm asking about, because this is a pretty long space.
Yeah, that is a 15-foot jump. What is your strength score?
10.
Alright, so you can jump 10 feet, but you're going to make an athletics to see if you can make it the entire distance.
I'm not
Which-
great at that.
Um,
I'll take the 2 dex saves.
I moved Sirloin over there, but he would definitely be waiting so everybody can take advantage of his aura. So just add 4 to whatever they end up
Right.
rolling.
Alrighty. The biggest question here is Archimedes. I know Dex is your favorite jump, as well as Strength, making the initial jump.
yeah. So there's oil below me. Is that what's
Yeah.
going on?
And this is a
Real
10-foot
fast.
drop, which I don't think you can make because of your strength. So you'll need to do an
So-
athletics to jump across, and then an acrobatics when you land. However, if you fail right here, it doesn't really matter because you slide 10 feet, you're not going to fall in.
So 2 jumped across with a 16 and then an 18 and then a 20, but then he got an 8 on this last one. So does that just mean he like falls prone, or is there even any
Right there,
oil?
no, there's no oil right there.
So he's fine.
Wait,
Yep.
where's our?
Yeah.
Come along, one. One will get up next to Archimedes and give him a nervous look.
Aldous jumps back.
So I've got to roll strength to
Yeah, roll
get
an
across.
athletics to do the jump.
What did I just roll? Sorry, wait.
All right. Here we go. Well. So where do I end up exactly?
You fall into the oil. You are now heavily coated in oil. You're 20 feet below the platforms. Falling in disturbs the eggs. Why don't you do me a...
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Can I actually re-roll that with a lucky roll? That first initial jump.
Sure.
All right. Take 2. Well, never mind.
Does number 1 fail or succeed? 13.
Hold on.
He would fail,
Sirloin's-
so he would slide forward 10 feet, which puts him at the edge of the platform. But you
Sirloin,
could definitely move back if you wanted to do so. So you fall down.
Okay.
Unless... Is one trying to do something here? Or is he just jumping across?
He's just trying to jump across.
Alright.
Is,
one needs to make a dex save when he lands on that platform. If he fails it, he will... You either make an athletics to jump do all the way across, or a dex there, which he fails and falls into the oil himself.
Aldous watches as one just like lands and goes careening off into the...
Oh no!
Yeah. I need Archimedes and one to give me a stealth check.
Aldous jumps back out.
Oh, did everyone just go across this bridge first and then Archie goes?
It seems like everyone just kind of ran across without you.
So it does.
Did anybody stay back to try to help your
I
least athletic and dexterous member?
I'll jump back, but I don't know what I can do for
Yeah, I
him.
thought Sirloin was waiting until everyone got across before he went across himself.
Yes, he was. In fact,
Alrighty. So
actually, that can we do it like this, where
Aldous runs and tries to jump twice, and then... Oh, sorry.
Hang on. Archimedes is tiny. Sirloin is very strong. How hard would it be for him to just pick up Archimedes and do it with him?
how much do you weigh, Archimedes?
Hold on. I weigh 59 pounds.
So with your venturing gear, probably close to 100, probably.
Probably.
How much more weight can you carry, Sirloin?
I don't know. How do I determine carrying weight? I always forget that calculation too, because it's not usually comes up.
I could catch Archie, though. I slide in.
Alright, well, if one of you stay back to help him out as you're going across and not just leaving him like y'all did,
I had said that I was doing that, so.
everybody kind of went across.
Oh.
So, we'll give you advantage on those rolls, which a 13 would be enough to make it across the first jump, Archimedes. So who stayed back to help Archimedes?
Sirloin did. He was
All right.
staying back until everybody was across. I just moved him across because I was lazy. And I figured
All right.
everybody was getting across.
One still falls into the... If he does that side jump, so what would Archimedes do at this point? Because the next jump straight across is 15 feet, and it would be a hard roll for athletics. Which means quite a bit of higher.
So Sirloin is going to have Archimedes just wait there for a second. He's going to make his jumps that I already rolled, and then he's going to come back. So I'm going to roll 2 more jumps for dexterity saves. But when he's over there, he's going to drop off his shield, which should give him plenty of weight to be able to hang on to Archimedes.
Alrighty. Just carrying him around is one thing, but jumping is why I'm kind of... You're doing a long jump, so I'm trying to figure out if you can actually carry him. But if you drop off your gear at the other side...
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So we're going to come back to where Archimedes at, and then we're going to make some dex saves with Archimedes as our new backpack.
Alrighty.
+9 should be enough, I'm sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so just give me... Well, if you do the jumps like that, you have enough strength just to do the long jump. So you can actually just carry Archimedes across.
Bam.
Yep.
I saved Archimedes.
One, however...
Oh, the zombie most certainly is not being waited on by a paladin. Screw that.
Yeah.
Here's
If
a
no
question.
one tries to aid the zombie, it will definitely fail when it tries to cross.
It was the zombie carrying the body, or did we already get the body across?
Oh man.
I mean, there's not like there's any meat on it.
Roll a D...
Should have carried it.
Dorian, roll a D2. 1D2. One saying 1 was carrying it, 2 saying 2 was carrying it.
Carrying what? The bones?
Yep.
Dorian's carrying it. See if you scroll up, I said.
Oh, alright.
Dorian takes the bones and then Par steps across.
Alright, then that takes care of that. 1 definitely falls into the lava. I would like 1 to make a stealth.
That was that 16. He doesn't have stealth, so I just made a dex.
Dex,
roll.
okay. He manages to fall in, but when he resurfaces, he doesn't make a lot of noise, doesn't splash around. He doesn't gasp for air, or like he's drowning, or anything like that. It's just reflex, but... so he just...
He doesn't breathe, he just bobs there in the oil.
Alright.
Oh,
Like a sad puppy just staring up at like everyone who's leaving.
I was gonna say
behind.
sad rubber duck.
how attached are you to 1?
Cool.
Never mind.
I've successfully killed your zombies not in combat. Such a bullshit.
We should probably get going faster.
Alright, this is where the other thing ran through. And seems to have shut the door behind it when it went through. But everyone is across except for Zombie 1, who is now being abandoned. His only
just
job now
bailed
is to
fully.
not...
Where's the zombie? Who was the zombie?
I used create undead for it.
There was no zombies here. I would know. I'm a paladin.
You have lost your little bird friend. It seems to have wandered off.
Yeah, I guess if we're gonna continue on, we'll check for traps and open the door.
Alright. Well,
Well, it's a 1, but it's still a 15.
yeah. So I don't do crit successes and nat 20s and
Wait,
crit fails.
Why is it giving her advantage?
So you still rolled a 15.
Oh, reliable talent. Yeah. So actually, it's a 10. It's a 15. Yeah.
Yeah. So you crit fail, but it's still, I mean, a 15.
Am I talking to myself?
Yeah. Yes, you are. There's something pressed up against the door. The door itself is not trapped, but as you check the door, whoever's on the other side is easily moved. And just a bit of heat coming off of it.
But it doesn't seem to be a trap.
No. At least not that you can kind of tell.
Alright, Sirloin opens the door.
Alrighty.
Someone cue the Admiral Akbar quote.
As you open the door, you push these two eggs off the ledge and off the ledge, and a giant explosion of fire shoots up. Not anything that affects you, but let's see here. Two phoenixes spring to life. And the pit below you is now engulfed in flames, and there's only this area here of safety. They do not engage you. They will just simply fly ahead. But there is now a running trail of fire below you as it creeps up this path and forward.
I am getting really sick of everything being on fire.
Welcome to the dungeon. But two small phoenixes spring to life, and nothing really happens in this little room. The phoenixes fly off if you don't try to attack them, and they leave.
Is this room covered in oil now too?
No, but aside from this little platform, it is all just fire. Which actually I can.
Oh, that little okay.
Yeah,
all we could see was just literally just squares. So you're like, everything's on fire. Well, shit. Then where are we supposed to go?
What's up ahead?
More stuff on fire.
Doesn't fit too well, does it? There we go.
His enemies?
Not that I could see yet.
Oh, it's just fire?
So far as I can tell, yeah.
Yep.
Huh. Well, alright then. Archie's going to... so, is every tile here on fire, or just, like, the fire tiles?
Just basically the outer edge where the oil is supposed to be.
See, I thought you were saying everything was on fire. It's like,
No. All of the oil off the ledges is on fire. Everything below the ledges is fire.
We should move through here quickly.
Oh.
it's probably not a bad idea, but there's definitely friends up front.
Now, one of the smaller ones stayed behind, and it looks at you just questioningly.
Sirloin's gonna wave at it. Hi. Did anybody speak Phoenix?
You can read Phoenix, I just can't speak it.
Aldous is gonna approach, just like with his hand up, I guess.
Mel will try. Oh no, Mel's gonna wait and see what happens.
Alrighty.
And gauging its reaction as I move closer.
This whole area is coated in oil, so it is difficult terrain. It's not gonna make you slide, but it is difficult terrain.
I think as Aldous notices that, he stops for a minute before he keeps walking, then he says, if this thing gets lit up, it won't be good.
I am your mother. I hatched you.
The phoenix will hear in its brain, "Hello! We mean you no harm." It can reply to this message.
Let's actually
May
take a
we
look.
pass? I mean, it has to know a
Oh.
language. It doesn't have to know the same language as me, I don't think.
Oh, Mel, if you're doing magic talking to it, make sure to tell it that I'm its mother. I hatched it.
Does it
Alright.
reply?
It doesn't understand you, but you do convey its meaning. Actually, just doesn't know languages at all. But yeah, you convey the meaning that you are not hostile to it, and it will simply fly off. Will fly further off down the hallway.
So proud of you, my child.
I do not understand, Mel says out loud.
It's my baby. It was just born. Give it a break.
Okay.
I don't understand either. I think Sirloin might be the firebird whisperer.
Basically, if you showed hostility to this thing, it would have fought you.
No, I don't wanna fight a phoenix in a room made of oil.
Yeah, basically. And that is a good place to kind of sit still
Oh,
here.
Yeah.
It's still, he
Oh, hey,
says.
I mean,
Firebird's
we're
back.
gonna move back to the beginning of the hallway because this isn't just something you move through, but
Okay. Back to the beginning. Whoop, 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 whoop.
or I can just say you hit every single thing along the way.
Oh no!
Oh, that's gonna be a heads up time.
I'll forget by next Thursday. I'm a dummy.
But this is a good place to call it. We'll just
Yeah.
there is really not any surprises to the rest of this dungeon, so I'll just kind of open it all up. I've seen everything except for the final little area.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, except for the one room you didn't go through, but I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up for everybody. And this is a good place to call it. Because basically the next area is just combat, followed by another combat.
bro, do not underestimate our ability to avoid a conflict. This is like our stuff, you know? The combat avoiders.
I feel like our party's history is to always get into combat and then get brutally massacred, but somehow squeezed by the skin of our teeth.
Yes, that sounds more like it.
Well, it can't make you all immune to spells again, so, you know.
To be honest, I did not have a solution to that. I was just gonna see what y'all came up with, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, although now you've got like that spell on your radar, so it's like, ooh, oh no.
I'll just make shit just to make shit. I don't really.
Alright. I do know DMs who do like to, like, you know, have like a solution to the problems that players can bring, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but
No, I just create puzzles I don't even know the answer to, and just see what y'all can do.
well, the solution was argue
Far Step.
for
It's Far Step all along.
yeah.
I didn't know how I was going to get across that bridge without getting blasted. So, yeah.
Yep. I love my globe. I may not always have it, but, you know.
Yeah, I tried for a dungeon that was more mechanically challenging than it was combat challenging. And,
I think you might be too dumb for it. I appreciate the efforts.
And then you added in bulldozers.
I don't know, I'm having fun. I enjoy this thing.
I'm enjoying it too.
Dungeon too. I'm like, as a whole, a totality, I'm having a great time.
There are a few moments of like, oh no, what have we done? But overall, I think this is good. I mean,
Those are the best moments.
I like how this dungeon is bringing out my utility side. Not just all fireballs. Sometimes I can read stuff.
Yeah, having a wizard is pretty damn useful.
I'm still mostly just fireballs, though.
Which proved to be pretty effective. You cleared an entire room.
Yeah. I mean, I almost took like a freezing sphere spell as my 6th level spell. That probably wouldn't have gone over well.
Well, you are able to change the nature of your spell, so fireball can be a frostball if you want. Just takes a bit of random magic items that you don't care about to do it.
You are absolutely right. It's mostly just trying to find the time to look through the giant list of magical items to find, you know, the right combination of bullshit.
I'm not making it easy on you. By the way, I did add a shop. Like, one of the things. There's 2 different shops with magic items in it.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know if you saw that's in the shop log of your all's thing. Just, yeah.
Yeah. So my Discord is currently, it's a bit. I'm having some technical issues where I don't technically have a computer. I'm having to use like a friend's computer. Just doing Discord on the browser. That should hopefully get resolved soon.
I mean,
Eventually.
which those shops will eventually change as I just cycle them around every so often, but that can have anything from common to legendary magical items, but they all have a gold cost.
Does sound neat.
For completing this dungeon, you're all going to get 1,000 gold each.
Speaking of which, what's going to happen when we come back to the demon guy and it's like, did you clear the floor? And we're like, oh yeah, we totally did. When in reality, we just kind of like, it ran through all the enemies and just like got to the end real quick.
Yeah, you know, I was wondering about that, but I couldn't think of how to phrase my question. I couldn't think of how Mel would phrase the question.
Well, those apes are they do dumb fine with fire, but he did say that bring the next level summoning circle to prove, like, one of the descriptions was if you beat the boss of this area, like, he stops summoning enemies to the area. It's basically the boss of each level can basically replenish the enemies in the dungeon as time passes, like, you know, the summoning spells. And once you kill them, they'll stop spawning, and basically you can start getting rid of them. But until the area boss is dead, you can't really do anything with this floor until it's cleared. And at the end of each floor, there's a new summoning circle to take you to the next floor.
Now, is this a summoning circle or a teleportation circle?
I can't remember. The one that if you do it so many times for over so many period of time, it leaves a permanent mark on the floor.
Oh yeah, that is 100% teleportation circle.
Yeah, that's how you got to this floor, and that's how you'll get to the next floor. And that's how you can always return to the floor you're at now.
At
without
any
having
moment,
to deal with the previous floors.
If I spend enough time studying the sigil, at any moment I can just like open a teleportation circle and just send everyone back into the fire room.
Yep.
That would be kind of amazing. But something for next time, should, you know, we survive the next onslaught of, you know, firebolts. Somehow. Alright, well, at any rate, I'm gonna leave now, so yeah, thanks for playing. Thank you, Krim, for hosting.
As always, it's a
And
good
I hope
time.
you all have a fantastic